Hello, friends. I'm Leah Fireheart. This is the Fire Kitchen. This is a half-naked lemon that Grog took a strip off of for a cocktail that he might make again. This is so funny. Like, it just depends on like what's like in view there. I didn't even notice until I went live because I had something else like sitting right in front of the computer. Hi, hello, hi friends, hi, Shark. How are you? It's good to see you. Okay, so first of all, I'm Leah Fireheart. Hi. Um, I do cooking here and gaming on this channel on Tuesdays and Fridays from 4 until 7 p.m. and Thursdays from 10:30 in the morning until 2:30 p.m. Eastern time. So if you're into gaming, come back on Friday. But if you like the cooking thing, you can stay here today because that's where we are. And then also Thursdays. Thursdays we're going to be actually this Thursday we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We may also do some cooking, but I have other plans. So, but we're going to be here in the kitchen. No worries. Um, also, Chester is back there. I don't know what to tell you about what my dog is doing right now. You can't actually see him, but he's like, have you ever seen a dog like do this? Like scratch your back on the back of something, like lay on their back and go. He's doing that. It's pretty cute. I guess maybe it's itchy. I don't know. He does that in dirty laundry too, so maybe the quilt that he's sitting on just needs to be washed. I don't know. I am also joined by my husband and moderator, Grognard Gourmand. I mean, I'm not right at this moment, but I will be because he's here, in the vicinity. I just heard his train, which means that he's going to be walking home just about now. He's going to come and he's going to take Chester for a walk, and then he's going to come in here and say hi to me. I hope, because I can't get my dress quite all the way zipped. There's like this tiny little bit here up at the top that's still a little bit unzipped. So I could use a little assistance. And Chester still hasn't been trained to zip up my dress. Before we get too far into all of this nonsense, let's say hello to some people. I'm going to actually have to scroll up because y'all have been very chatty. Okay, Jane, hi. Congratulations on arriving first. Congratulations. And let's see. Durdle has also redeemed first. Congratulations on arriving not first, but I like your spirit. Mom, hi. Jane, hi. Arcadia, Shark. I love Jim's sharks. I love them.
Stick with me, and you'll never go hungry again.
Jane, thank you. Thank you for that subscription. I appreciate you so much. 4 months. It seems like it's, it's funny because it seems like it's actually been longer than that, but I think it's because I knew you for so long with like Lolly and Jill and Rhubarb and people. Like I knew you were like in my orbit for so much longer than that, but I'm so glad that you've been hanging out here. Peruvian chicken sounds delicious. Thank you. I'm very excited about this recipe. I get to roast it in the oven, and I love that because it doesn't spray oil everywhere and make Grog clean off the stovetop, so that's fantastic. Shark, Dr. Andy, hi. Okay, wait, hold on a second. I managed to scroll all the way to the top of the chat and break something. So hold on a second. I'm working. I'm trying, you guys. I'm trying. Today's one of those days. My client demands acknowledgement of his status as the goodest of boys. Yes, goodest of boys. Do you hear that, Chester? You are the goodest of boys. He's like, does that come with snacks? I don't care. Ninja, hi. Nature documentary in embroidery mode, but had to say hi. Hi. Lassie, hi. It's really good to see you. And I don't, is it a cat or is it a teddy bear? Either way, it's a burger, but with like a cat bun or something. It's really cute. Jane says I've been following you for just over a year now. Amazing. Just can't always sub because you know how life is sometimes. Oh, of course. And nobody should ever feel like they need to sub here. I was struck by feeling like it had been longer, but yeah, you're probably right. That probably makes sense. Cat burgers. They're very cute. I like them. Ninja says a hack would be taking thread or dental floss and loop through a zipper so you can pull it all the way up yourself. I taught my mama that trick, and now I no longer have to help her when she's home. It's a thought. You're kind of smart. I'll try it. I will try it. I mean, it's like, it's all, like, I don't even think if you looked, I don't even think you could tell. Like, it's so, like, it's pretty well zipped. It's just, you gotta get your face, oh, maybe it is zipped. Oh, it is, actually. I have pretty flexible arms. I mean, look, like, I can actually usually do it. When it gets up to, like, here, then I start to, like, have to, like, pull it up and then pull it back down and stuff. It's very weird. Jane says, "I feel you. We met before I met you here, and it's been so great getting to know you for however long it's been." Yes, I agree. And I like now following you on social media. That's been fun, too. Getting to see a glimpse of your life is, like, amazing. Because it's funny, because a lot of the people who hang out here I've known for, I mean, at this point, years. Like, at this point, even, like 3 years. And then, of course, my mother, who I've known my whole life. Um, but like some of you I've known for such a long time, and I know so much about your lives outside of the internet that it's cool for some of the people that I've met more recently to be able to, like, see what's going on in their worlds. Durdle says, "Good boy status options the option, but not obligation for treats." I see. Yeah, you're probably right about that. Ninja says, "It was zipped all along." Yes, it was. Lassie says, "In other news, Coral Island is slowly becoming its own game and slightly less just new skin Stardew." Good to know. That's a very good review. Thank you. I'm excited about that. I have been, well, we'll talk about that in a second. In fact, we might even talk about that today. We might even talk about that on Thursday. I'm just going to, like, tease you guys. I'm going to tease you for a full 72 hours. Is that right? It's not even that long. It's like 4 o'clock now till 4 o'clock Wednesday till 10:30 on. It's like less than 48 hours. That's not that long to be teased, right? You'll be fine. We might talk about my gaming aspirations for this year Thursday. But I am glad to hear that about Coral Island, because even though I am excited for a potential new and cozy games, I don't want it to be a complete clone. And I was worried that it was. Durdle says training involves mandatory treats. Oh, I see. So if I try to teach him to zip up my dress, that requires mandatory treats. I got it. Right. Okay. So today we are going to be making Peruvian chicken with green sauce. I'm not, you guys, this is actually pretty funny. I picked this recipe because I was like, I have so much cilantro right now. I have so much cilantro. We bought some last week, and then I forgot that we had more coming in our imperfect foods box. And so I was like, I have so much cilantro. What am I going to do with all this cilantro? I don't know what to do. So I picked out this recipe, and it looked really good, and I'm really excited to make it. And then I tasted the cilantro this morning. First one, and then the other, and they're both parsley. So my heaping helpings of cilantro, as it turns out, are actually parsley. We might make 2 sauces depending on how much time we have, because I tend to like a chimichurri with this kind of grilled meat situation. But I'm also going to make the other one, the cilantro jalapeno sauce that's supposed to go with this chicken, because I'm kind of in the mood for some spice. It's cold. It's actually properly cold for the first, I don't want to say the first time this year, but like it's actually properly winter. It was 26 degrees, which is -3-ish. I looked it up this morning. Rest of the world temperatures for the most part. Very cold. It's cold. And so when it starts to get cold, I'm like, ooh, spicy food. Let's do it. Oh, okay. Durdle says, "My client's existence involves mandatory feedings, preferably once per hour." No! How about once every 12 hours? Yes. Hi, Grog. Lassie says, "Still very Stardew, but they're slowly including things that are not Stardew." Yeah, I know there are some things that I have seen in passing. Super Liz, who is Dr. Andy's co-streaming partner, etc. In addition to Fatalay, but Super Liz is the one that I've seen play this. It do some like under the sea diving cleanup situation that I thought looked kind of interesting, which is definitely not at all like Stardew. Ninja says, if anyone wants to train me, I'm open to get a treat as a reward. I'm very food motivated. Well, okay, the current batch of treats at the moment, Ninja, are freeze dried duck and liver. So if that sounds good to you, I will also train you to zip up my dress. Jane says it's mega unfortunate. Yeah, I really thought it was cilantro, and it's really not. It's completely parsley. Um Turtle says, how about every 1 to 12 hours? Sure, I'll agree to that. Provided your client understands that it's going to be much closer to 12 on a regular basis than 1. Dr. Andy says, under the sea, everything's better down where it's wetter. Take it from me. Um, wow. Hi. You guys, I was completely vibing out to music before stream. I was back on my BTS bullshit. It was funny. I don't know what it was. I was like, why did I pull up I pulled up the emote. Oh, because I was looking for something that would go with a particular skin that I had on in Fortnite this afternoon. And here I was like, I'm in the stars tonight. And I was just like, I'm just like, I set up for stream, but I'm just, getting down. I, I was tempted to try to figure out how to set up OBS so that I could like hear it in my ears. It's like a monitor situation, but I don't think I can do that without upgrading Voicemeeter. I think I need 2 different desktop audio tracks in order to be able to do that. Send desktop audio to just my ears and not to you guys. I think I need another input available before I can do that. But maybe someday. Ninja says, yeah, and I've heard that up on the shore, they work all day. Up in the sun, they slave away. Yeah. Did they change that for the new? I haven't actually seen the live action remake, although I would love to. I really loved the look of all the promotional stills and everything. We don't go to the movies that much. I think the only thing I've seen in the theater since the pandemic is the Barbie movie. So, and that was because it was like an event, right? I wanted to get up. I wanted to get up. I want to get up. I want to get down. I went with Corey to see the Barbie movie. Grog actually dropped us off because I wore you guys. I don't think you guys have seen these yet. I don't think you've seen. You've seen them in Discord because we put pictures in Discord. But I wore these huge boots. They have soles that are like this thick. They're like 6 inches high. They make me like 6'1". Okay, I'm 5'6". And I was like, I can't put these on without significant effort. I can't put these boots on without significant effort. And I'm not sure I can, i.e. should, drive in them. So I was like, at the last minute, I was like, Grog, I don't suppose you would want to like go have dinner somewhere in Arlington so that Corey and I can go see the movie and I don't have to drive. And he was like, sure. So just proving that the man I married is actually the best one. Dirtle says, I would love to go to the movies more, but I'm not interested in most of the garbage coming out. I agree with you, but I actually kind of do regret not going to see The Little Mermaid in the theater. Let's see. Some random geek says, I am here and lurking on and off. I assume you are at work. Hello. Hi. How are you? It's good to see you. I had a brief chance to chat with you earlier and I was glad. I mean, like literally 1 sentence, but it was nice to see your little face pop up. Right. I'm gonna have to kill the bot myself, I think. Hold on a second. I don't have the right window open for that, but give me a second and I can do it. Yes, kill the bot. Kill it with fire. Okay, thank you. Des, thank you. Oh, I did see Des pop in. Hi, Des. Hi, how are you? Good to see you. I was playing with Des. I was playing with Des. And I let the whole reason that I was wearing a different outfit than usual in Fortnite is that I let Mini Des pick my outfit, and so I had to do the BTS dance. Okay, Lassie has redeemed 2 truths and a lie. Okay, cool. Lassie. So, here's the way that this works. If you guys have never seen this happen before, the way that this works is that Lassie is going to give us 3 facts about herself, 2 of which will be true, the third of which will be a lie. Well, it doesn't necessarily mean the third of which, one of which will be the lie. And then we'll put up a poll in the chat. And you guys can vote on which one you think is the lie. And then I will guess which one I think is the lie. And then Lassie will tell us which ones are true and which one is the lie. Caution, Lassie's really good at this. So watch it be super tricky. Ninja says seeing a movie at the theater is a sensory hell because it's so bright and loud, so I wait to watch it later for my own sake. I cannot blame you. I think when the Dolby Atmos sound came out, when like the Dolby surround thing hit the movies, like hit the movie theaters, I went to see a few where I was like, can we go back to the old way where it just kind of comes at your face a little bit and you don't have to like have it all around you? Because this is a little bit much. They seem to have gotten the balance a little bit more correct for my personal taste since the early days of enthusiasm for loud and boomy. But I can understand where it would still be overwhelming for some people. It's okay. At least I got to type at you briefly and I was pleased. Okay, so some random geek says, but I will leave a joke here. I used to play the piano by ear. Now I play with my hands. That 100% qualifies as a pun. I'm smiling through my pain. Thank you for that. Dirtle says I used to be able to just roll up to the multiplex and trust that there'd be a movie I'd be at least halfway interested in. I agree with you, but I don't know if that means that the movies have changed or that I have. Because I will tell you, there was absolutely nothing to do in my hometown for anyone who was under drinking age, right? So if you were under the age of 21, there was like, you could go have coffee, or you could go to the movies. Those are your options, basically. Or you could go over to somebody's house, right? Like you could go like hang out with your friends, play Dungeons and Dragons, do whatever, right? That's what I did. But the other option was to go to the movies. And so I think basically my senior year, so from the time when I and my other peers could drive and we could take ourselves to the movies, I think I basically saw every single thing that came to my town. And I feel like I was pretty not discerning about what we went to see. And so I saw a lot of things that I wouldn't necessarily bother to go to now. For instance, if Independence Day came out now, right? If the movie Independence Day came out tomorrow. That doesn't happen. I think movies usually come out on Fridays, but whatever. If Independence Day came out on Friday, I would be like, whatever. Alien movie, who cares? And I would wait for it to come out on video. And if people told me it was amazing, then I would maybe catch it on streaming, okay? But like for the most part, like it has to be something, at least for me, movies, I just like, it's just easier to watch it at home and cheaper. That's the other thing, you guys. Movies have gotten very, very expensive. The other reason I think I was able to see basically every single movie is that I think you could go to like a matinee for like, I want to say it was maybe like $8. Maybe. And now to go to the movies for me and Grog, the two of us, even if we don't go to the fancy theater with the fancy food, I mean, I think it's like, I'd have to look it up, okay? But it's probably over $20 a seat, right? And like, that's just not worth it to me. Okay, wait, all right. Wait, the 2 truths and a liar here. Oh no, okay. Oh dear, oh no, all right. Well, the poll is up, which is great. So hold on a second. Thank you to the moderator who put the poll up. You guys are so organized. Oh my gosh. Okay, right, hold on. I'm behind. We're talking about movies. Okay, Lassie says, okay, 1, I've been hit by 2 vehicles. 2, I have a sled leg press of 475 pounds, 215.4 kilograms. Thank you for translating that for the non-Americans, Lassie. I appreciate that. I won a state championship in high school basketball. Okay, which one of these things do we think is a lie? I feel like this is going to be tricky. This is tricky. They're always tricky. Right, Turtles has been in a mix of me getting old and more demanding in my tastes, and big studios betting more and more in sequels and franchises. Most of the times, there's nothing I want to see. Yeah, I agree. Ninja says the heavy sigh as you turned and walked slowly to the button. Yeah, I'm sorry. Lassie says it's a little bit of both. Turtle says, yeah, but if I was at the movies and Independence Day was playing, I wouldn't turn it down. Yeah, but I don't leave the house. I mean, that's not entirely true. I left the house today. Because I went to go buy myself a planner. I usually, sometime in November, take myself on a field trip. Usually it involves like coffee or lunch or something. Today I literally just ran out and bought it. I just didn't have like time to go do anything else. I mean, I had time, but like I was starving and I didn't want to have to try to find a restaurant where I was. That was like, anyway. And so yeah, I went out and bought a planner today, and usually, yeah, and like that's like my big outing. That's like my. Although tomorrow I have plans. I do have plans to go further afield tomorrow. We might talk about that later. Let's see. Ninja's this way. What is this thing called leaving the house? Yeah, I know, but I just don't find myself in a place where like a movie is playing. Shall I go see it? I don't know. Let's see what's playing. That's just not me anymore. My life is more highly structured than that. It's highly structured toward, I just got home and I am eating my lunch. Let's ping all my friends and see if they want to play Fortnite. That's where I am with my life. Some random geek says I used to go to the movies more often when I had a movie pass or AMC stubs. Oh, do they still do that? That's actually a good question. I don't even know. Right. Firebot wants us to have water. I agree. So if you have not had a hydrating beverage in a while and you could stand to take a sip of water, please do that. If you are due to take meds and you have not had your meds yet today, this is your reminder. And if you have been sitting at the computer for a while, which I wasn't today, thankfully, then a little stretch break might be nice. Also, if you have laundry to switch. I know I was talking to Des earlier. Des said she had laundry going. If you also have laundry going and it needs to be switched from the washer to the dryer to the bed, because let's face it, who's folding stuff these days? No one. Yeah. Laundry. Jane saw the Taylor Swift movie and learned that that's too long for me. How long was it? Was it really long? I have a casual appreciation for Taylor Swift. Like I love that Taylor Swift exists in the world, and I even enjoy her music, but I'm not like a Swiftie. And put it that way. And Des does need to switch. Just last load into the dryer. All right. Heck yeah. That's what the reminder's there for. I'm so glad. Geek says AMC stubs is still a thing. Okay. Turtle says, my point is, going to the movies without planning what to see used to be fun, because worst case, you'd see a mindless but fun movie. Nowadays, the worst case is having to watch something I actively don't want to watch. I get your point. I do. I guess I'm so far out of the loop that I don't even really like know what's out there anymore. Like, I know that superhero movies are passé, that nobody's excited for superhero movies anymore. And I don't know why that is. I think we just had too much exposure or something, because it was superhero movies and nothing else for a really long time. And I like superhero movies, but like, I don't know. I saw Wonder Woman. I saw Captain Marvel. Those are the last two things that I saw that were superhero movies. The one before that was the one before Infinity War. I don't know. It was like the second to last Avengers movie. After that, I was just like, meh, I'm done. I'm over it. No more for me. Thank you. Lassie says that's one thing. Basically, all movies seem to be 2.5 hours nowadays. Where before they were rare to hit 2 hours. Oh, really? Interesting. Okay. And then just the second to last is indeed Infinity War. So that's the one that I saw. That's the one I saw then. I didn't see the last one. Endgame? I guess it was Endgame, right? I didn't see that one. Right. Okay. So wait, do we have poll results? Hold on a second. I have to, can I hide this? Yeah, I can. Okay. We do. We have poll results. Okay. So 2 of you believe that Lassie was not run over twice. 2 of you believe that Lassie cannot sled leg press 475 pounds. I'm going to say Lassie did not win a high school basketball championship, just to be different. And I know Lassie has won high school basketball championships since high school, but I don't know that Lassie won a high school basketball champ while in high school. That's what I'm going with. So Lassie, tell us, which one's the lie? Geek says there's plenty of other movies. You have to see the indie films and stuff like that. Like I saw 8th Grade, Assassination Nation, and Won't You Be My Neighbor. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. I did forget about that. What the heck is going on back there? Oh. Hi. Sorry. This noise is behind me. I'm trying to figure out what was going on. No! Ninja! No! What? Hold on. Ninja! Minnie does this. Hi, Minnie does. Thank you for picking my outfit earlier. It was really cute. It never gets old for me either. Why is there a dog in the kitchen? What is going on here? Out. Go up there. Come on, up there. Come on, up there. Look. Up. There you go. Right. Okay, it's 4:30. I've been live for half an hour. I should probably like cook something, maybe, in theory. Oh wait, we didn't talk about the rest of the week. What the heck, dog? No. What is up with you? No. Out. It's a battle of wills over here today. What the heck? Right. So this week, today, like I said, we're making Peruvian chicken with green sauce and yellow rice. I'm not following like a recipe for that. I'm literally just going to throw like, I don't know, however much Sazon looks right, like a teaspoon or 2 teaspoons, I don't know, of Sazon in the rice cooker with the rice. And I'm going to push the button down. That's how I'm going to make it. So that's just going to take a second. But the other thing I'm going to make is actually tostones. And it's just because I wanted them. I have a green plantain here. Green plantain. And so that's probably the thing that's going to take the longest, but that's, I'm just excited because I haven't had tostones in a while. That's today. Right. I was talking about the rest of the week. Okay. You guys, oh my God, my brain is not cooperating. So, right. Tomorrow, I'm not going to be live. Tomorrow, well, actually, I am going to tell you what I'm going to do tomorrow because I'm excited. So one of my goals for 2024, to try to, like I was joking about not leaving the house, but actually not leaving the house is really bad for me. Like, it's not bad for everybody. It works for some people. It's fine. If that's your jam, then it's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with you. I'm just not like that. And I fall into a habit working for myself and having a hobby that's like takes place in my own kitchen talking to people. I don't leave the house every day, and it's better for me if I leave the house every day. So I wanted to get in the habit of planning some more interesting adventures. And so I made a list of a bunch of ideas of things that I could do in 2024. And I'll talk more about that on Thursday. But one of the things that I wanted to do is I wanted to go to more museums because we've got a lot of museums here. And there's a lot of interesting shows that come in over the course of a year. And I've just gotten out of the habit of looking for them. Like if maybe we happen to find ourselves downtown, maybe I see an advertisement on the side of a bus. That's exciting. But like, we don't go downtown that often, you know? I don't see advertisements on the side of a bus that often. So I want to get in the habit of actually like looking at what's upcoming and like making a habit of actually going and seeing these things because I love art and architecture and decorative arts in particular, but I'm also interested in a lot of other different things. And we've got so many resources here that it's a shame not to take advantage of them. So on Wednesday, I'm going to a museum by myself. It'll be fun. Okay, wait, all right. Mom says turmeric and that lemon partially denuded would be good in the rice also. That would be good, but I'm actually going to stick with the, I think there's a natto in the Sazon that I use. So I think I'm just going to stick with that. No, I'm not going to be live tomorrow, Turtle. All right. Lassie says, okay, I have been twice. Once was when I lost my left leg. So that one was true. And one was a drunk driver who jumped the curb. Oh gosh. Okay, yeah. Yeah. So Lassie is telling us which things which two truths and which are two truths and which one is the lie. Turtle says, folks, you heard it here first. Leah's streaming tomorrow, same time as ever. Be there or be square. No! Wait, can we shout at Turtle too? Let's try it. Let's see if shouting at Turtle works better than shouting at Ninja did. Oops, it still says Brigitte. Oh well. Ninja says, whose car do I need to introduce to my baseball bat? Karma has no expiration date. Oh my god. I've actually heard that story before. Have you guys not heard that story before? I'm just sorry. It's probably my lack of shock. Yeah, it is terrible, but I had that conversation a year and a half ago or something. Okay, so well, oh right, we can bean ban people. That's right, we can bean ban Turtle. Amazing. We can bean ban Ninja too, when we should for that. I forgot. I do so enjoy shouting at people and having it yell Brigitte. There. Beans on Toast is banned and so is Ninja. And wait, you know why? Because Ninja made a Beans on Toast joke. That's why. That's why Ninja is bean banned. And Turtle is now thoroughly. Turtle is 100% thoroughly bean banned. I'm gonna need to put Faye on a button or something. You guys, I stole that. I stole the bean banning. I stole it from our friend Fadelay, who is an actual gosh darn delight. Oh, thank you, Grog. Does productivity streams. Productivity, I don't know. I hesitate to call it a productivity stream. What does Faye call it? I don't even know what Faye calls it, but like it sometimes the productive things that people do is rest, and it's terrific, and everything gets celebrated equally, and it's just a lovely space. And I recommend that you follow Faye if you don't already. So that happens on Sundays, and then Faye streams with Dr. Andy on his channel on Thursdays. And then there's like a late night Friday thing that takes varying shapes and textures, but it's after I go to bed, so I can't participate in that one. But it's okay. Let's see. Oh, Lassie says, and I have a sled leg press of 475. That is good, but it's the biggest muscle in the body. I won 3 league championships and almost won a state championship. Probably would have, but somebody did a very dirty play, ended in my leg getting broken, and that was that. I was right. I feel so fantastic. I got it right. Lassie, I know you now. Ninja says she's indeed never had beans on toasted bagels, or only saying it for the heck of it. I know, because you bothers me. That's why you're bean banned. Rar. No, don't leave. All right. Oh, that's the other thing. I have broken a couple of things. Let me actually put something. Hold on a second. I'm actually going to write myself a proper note because I've broken some things. The Frugy Leave reminded me that I broke my emote wall. I tried to do a thing and it didn't work, and so now none of the emotes float, and I don't know why. So we do have to fix. We got to fix the emote wall. Stream stuffs. Fix emote wall. And then the other thing that I have to do is I broke my timer. You guys might have noticed that there was no countdown timer. And that's because, well, I guess we could talk about this too. Or we're just not going to cook today. We're just going to stand here and chat. That's going to be fine. So I, over the course of sort of figuring out what I don't want to call them, they're not resolutions. They're not even goals. Like, some of these things are not, I don't know how to describe them. I'm not sure what language to use for this. But the way I am attempting to shape 2024 for myself. One of those things involves celebrating my 2nd streamiversary in March. I will have been live on Twitch for 2 years at that point, in approximately 3 months. Is that right? January, February. Oh, I guess it's 2 months, right? Because it's just January and February. And then March 1st was my first stream day. And so I'm doing a streamiversary, and I started to think about what would be fun to do for the streamiversary, and I jotted down a bunch of ideas. And so one of the ideas that I had, I was like, I wish I had. I mean, I have some old clips, of course, right? There's some old clips. Those appear in a lot of those appear in the raid video. But I don't have any like full broadcasts. I kind of wish I had saved the VOD from at least my first broadcast, right? Because it's just like, I want to see how far I've come, you know? I just and I can't. And I was like, okay, well, we can mourn for that, but not for very long, because it's not that serious, and there are more important things in the world. But what we can do about that is I can actually download. So I started by like downloading all of the current VODs that are up on Twitch, right? So I thought, oh, maybe I'll just create a digital archive for myself and just have them like saved somewhere. And then I realized when I hit the storage limit on my C drive that I was like, oh, okay, so actually Twitch VODs are 3 hours long, and they're very, very big. And so I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll see if I can delete, because it started to be a problem. Like I couldn't actually fit like the next download in my download folder, even though I was moving them to the D drive that has more storage. And so I was like, okay, I don't know what to do here. And then I realized that actually there's an automatic export function where you can send your Twitch VODs directly from Twitch to YouTube. And so I created a YouTube channel, and I'm not planning on like changing the way I do things. I'm not going to multi-stream. I'm not going to be like editing down videos for YouTube, like, you know, all the like grow big fast streamer recommenders like try to make you do. And and so I just created literally a YouTube channel to just kind of like toss the VODs so that they can just live somewhere and that I don't have to pay for the storage space. So they're all going to be publicly up on YouTube, but I guess if people want to go back and look at them, they can. At some point I might add, once I get all the ones that are currently extant up, I might share the link somewhere or link the Twitch channel to the YouTube channel, but I'm not actually really planning on doing anything with it besides just throwing VODs up there. So I don't expect like a bunch of new content or anything. Oh, Dirtle says we believe too much in Lassie's ability to win state championships and too little in her ability to push good with her legs. Yes. Ninja says, oh shit, a whole episode has gone by. I haven't watched, so I'm back to my nature documentary. Okay, bye Ninja. Focus on your nature documentary. It's very good to see you, and thank you for hanging out. Grog says, is this the 4th emote wall? Who do you think I am, Deadpool? I don't look anything like Deadpool, Grog. Lassie says, so it turns out I have bad luck with leg injuries. Yeah, you really do. And it's kind of amazing that you can still leg press 475 pounds as a result of all of those things that you've done to yourself, or that people have done to you. Grog says most people treat first VODs like naked baby pictures. I don't know. Like, I think it would be fun though. I mean, I'm not embarrassed by the old clips or anything. I mean, I've always been kind of how I am, but I do think that over time I've gotten a little bit more polished. I mean, I hope not too polished, because I never want to come off as like fake. But I feel like I've definitely gotten, like, I'm not, you know, I wondered back in the day if there would ever be a time when I wouldn't be like so nervous before the start of every broadcast, just like absolutely paralyzed with nerves. And I'm not anymore. Every once in a while I have a fleeting thought of, uh-oh, what if nobody comes, you know? And then like actually today I had that kind of fleeting thought. I'm like, what if nobody shows up to my stream? And then Jane redeemed first, and I was like, oh yeah, that's right. It's fine. Never mind. That's not going to happen. Not realistic. Lassie says, strangely enough, my life probably ended up better without the dirty play than it would have been without the dirty, probably ended better because of the dirty play than it would have without the dirty play. Yeah, you've said that before. You said your life took a different direction than you expected as a result of that. Turtles is my plan to grow big fast. Many calories and little exercise. Turtle. Turtle says, I didn't know you could go to jail for having first VODs on your PC. Lassie says, Turtle, to be fair, I'm relatively good at winning championships. Yes. Turtle says, you're also good at pushing with legs, as it turns out. Yes. Jane says, I like being part of the early gang and glad me being here helped today. Yeah, I did. Thank you. Wait, I got a little distracted by talking about YouTube. Why was I talking about YouTube? There was a reason for my talking about YouTube. Oh well. I don't remember. It's fine. Abby, hi. Greetings, fellow space travelers. It's really good to see you. Hi, Abby. Oh, right. I was talking about my streamiversary and plans for 2024 and things that I would like to do in streamiversary and I don't know. Before I go off on a whole ass nostalgia trip, I should probably just be quiet and cook. Um Oh, my broken timer. Thank you, Des. Oh my God. I got so far afield. Okay. And then I realized that actually my stream files had gotten a little out of control. There have been times when I've just kind of like shoved something in a folder and not like in the streaming stuff folder and not like actually categorized it or whatever. And I realized I had a bunch of files in my download folder that just didn't need to be there. And so I did a little bit of digital maintenance and just kind of deleted things from various places. What I didn't realize is that the random notepad thing that I had in my download folder was actually code that was linked to my timer in OBS. I don't know why it never made it out of the download folder. It was just living there in the download folder, and OBS didn't like it when it was no longer there. So my timer is gone, and I have to figure out how to put it back, which is fine. But I didn't have time to do that today. Yeah, you did. Yeah, thank you, Turtle. Des did better that time. Abby says, because of me, I watch 8-hour-long videos regularly. Do you really? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't think anybody's gonna watch it. I mean, it's famous last words, right? But that's not even the point. Honestly, like, actually, as it turns out, people have already watched some of them, and I'm just like, okay, whatever. I don't know, but it doesn't matter. The point is, I just like literally throw the VODs on YouTube so that I can store them somewhere so that I can potentially like use them for something in the future, because why not? The other thing I actually realized though, when I was entering my my recipes into the website, there's actually a section on the website where you can embed like a clip, like a video clip. And so what I might do is I might like link the videos to the website so that if people wanted to go back and watch the VODs when they were making the thing, they could. But that's like for the future. I also have to link the recipes to the YouTube, just because if somebody does come to YouTube and is like, I would like to make this thing that this person is making for 3 hours while chatting and doing very little cooking, where's the recipe? There's not going to be like a 10-minute, like super like slick production. It's still going to be just me like standing here talking for 45 minutes instead of cooking, but Turtle says you could have done worse, Leah. There are people who store their important files in the recycling bin. Okay, that I've never done. I've never done that. That would be bad. Abby says, I do love me some well-researched, well-articulated videos on the most niche things. Okay, well, so that's an actual, like, purpose-built video for a reason that is that long because somebody deep dived into a topic. That's pretty cool. These are literally my musings, and without the Twitch chat, right? Like, so nobody has access to the Twitch. At least when you're watching a Twitch VOD, the chat scrolls so you have some context, right? And I do, and I mean, luckily, long ago, I developed in fact, I started with this habit. I knew from the minute that I started streaming that I knew I needed to do this, which was to read out the chat. Like to read out what you guys say. So that, I mean, for the most part, every once in a while, I'll skip something that's like either long or contains a word that I don't want to say or, whatever. Or because chat scrolling too fast, which happens. But in general, if I respond to something, I try to read what I'm responding to. And I've talked about this before, but Wolf Tracks, streamer that is, I think he's currently on hiatus, but anyway, he had a friend come in and be like, I love that you read the chat and read that out and then respond, because usually I'm listening to you when I'm driving home. And so I can't read the chat and listen to you. And so it's much more satisfying to get both ends of the conversation and not have to like look at the chat while I'm listening. And so I long ago got in the habit of reading out the chat before I respond, just because, that helps people who aren't necessarily reading chat and are just listening to the stream. Um, Hobbies' purpose built is a stretch. I once watched an hour and a half long video titled SpongeBob Skin Theory. I don't understand. I guess I could watch the video for an hour and a half. Wait, maybe I could. The other thing that I've been doing is I've been playing with ChatGPT. We'll talk about that in a second. Lassie says, without it, I've been playing for UConn because I had a scholarship offer there. But after the injury, they took it away, and who knows what happened after that. But playing for UConn in early 2000 was a good start of a potential pro career. Agreed. It sure was. I actually followed Stanford women's basketball back in the day, basically like 92 to 96 ish. I graduated high school in 96. Hashtag no age chat, liar. Um and so I'm vaguely aware of UConn as a phenomenon in women's basketball. Dirtle says, hello, Leah. My name is Dirtle and here's something for you to read out. Oh, God. Which witch wished which wicked wish? How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? You forget that my mother was a preschool teacher before she was a lawyer. He would chuck as much as he could, as chuck as much wood as a woodchuck would if a woodchuck could chuck wood. There you go. And I can actually do that one from memory, but it's like my version of it is slightly different from yours, which is how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? A woodchuck would chuck as much as a woodchuck could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. I can do other weird things too, like tie a cherry stem in and out with my tongue, but my mother didn't teach me that. I learned that all on my own. Hobby says, I don't know how you would teach that, if I'm honest. Hobby says it's actually about how the setup of SpongeBob might actually be people in costumes acting it out. Like I said, for no reason for it to exist, but it does, and it's very interesting to me. Well, then I'm glad that it exists. I'm glad that the internet has enabled niche interests. Okay, hold on a second. I gotta actually look at a thing. Okay. Jennifer Azey years. Yes, exactly. I loved Jennifer Azey. I actually loved the other one better though. I loved the forward. She was the guard, but I loved the forward more. I was a huge fan. What was her name? I can't even remember. I'm sure I could look it up. Grog says, okay, Dirtle, riddle me this. How much chuck would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could? Grog! Gross. Turtle says, how many points for a woodchuck redeem? What are you talking about? You just want me to do that on command? I mean, I could. Actually, hold on a second. I probably should actually just make a note of that. Brigitte is always on me to like make notes of times in VODs when like people should, like I should go back and clip things because they're funny. Me saying how much wood would a woodchuck chuck is probably funny. Glassy says, and we'll be playing for UConn. Still relatively good, but it's been a few years since they won. That's true. Oh no! You guys. No discussion of puking on the stream, please. We're getting ready to eat here. Dirtles is slightly disappointed. I thought you were setting me up for an up dog kind of joke. I'm sorry. Not all jokes involve dogs, Dirtle. Did you know? Okay. I have just enough time to get started on this. Okay, so first what I'm going to do is this has to refrigerate for 30 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and try to whisk together the marinade for this before we go to our first ad break. Let me go ahead and get a food cam. Are we getting ready to eat, really? No, we're not, Lassie. We're really not. We are hours from food. Turtles is not any old dog, but an up dog. I mean, aside from being a yoga pose, what's funny about an up dog? I don't understand. Yeah, Lassie says, don't do it, Chester. I can hear him. In the background. Lurking. There were almost nails on floor. The little clicky clicky is what alerts me to the Chester's presence. And Jane says a joke without a dog sounds rough. This is my life. This is my life. I have arranged my life so people routinely pun at me just to get me to make faces. Push the button, add a number to the joke counter. This is my life. Abby says, okay, so I found it today that air fryer comes with a tumbling drum that goes into the rotisserie roller thing, and you can put fries and such in it and evenly cook it. Oh, that your air fryer. I don't have an air fryer. Though we did discover when my parents were here in November that my Instant Pot is broken. It don't work. It no turn on. And honestly, I haven't missed it. Like, there hasn't really been a time, and it's been, I don't know, a month and a half. There hasn't really been a time when I said, oh gosh, if only my Instant Pot weren't broken. And so I don't know that I'm going to replace it. But I have kind of wondered about the air fryer thing. Poppy Cooks on Instagram, who I enjoy immensely, honestly. She has an air fryer cookbook. I like her a lot, and I'm curious about her air fryer cookbook, but it's an air fryer cookbook, and I don't have an air fryer. And I do kind of feel like in the world of home cooks, in the Pinteresty world of people cooking at home, I feel like the Instant Pot has kind of given way to the air fryer in terms of countertop appliance that people are interested in, but I just don't know that I need one. I feel like most of the things that I can do, I can do it in my deep fryer or in the convection, like I can set it to convection, set my oven to convection and convect it. I don't know. I'm just not sure I need one. But I am intrigued whenever people mention what they can do with theirs, because I don't know. I guess it's just FOMO or something. Which also, for various reasons, I'm trying not to have FOMO over material goods. Trying to talk myself out of buying things. Honestly, we have like so many things. We don't need more things in our lives at all. All right. Hold on a second. Let me just quickly do a thing and I will be right back. Okay. Let's see. So it's not instant anymore. No, it's not at all. If you put something in it, it will not go. It will not cook. Dirtle says the joke only works if I get you to ask, what's up, dog? And then I get to say, not much. What's up with you, dog? I think that's dog. I think it's DAWG. Dog. Or bro. I watch so many Fortnite streamers that bro has started to slip into my vocabulary. And plenty of people say say bro to their like fully not bro like co-streamers or people they're playing with or whatever. Bro.
Hey, it's Army. Peruvian brig. I'm here to steal your Peruvian parsley. Mamma mia. Someone chase our data llama.
This is not going to make any sense unless you've heard a particular clip of Brigitte's. Hi, Brigitte. Thank you for the bits. Also, hello. Good afternoon. How are you? It's good to see you. Mom says I think Instant Pot just needs a fuse, and there's air fryer Instant Pot combos. That's true. Jane says I love my air fryers, multiple. Lassie says you don't, but it's better than a microwave. Yes, I'm aware of this. I'm aware of this opinion of yours. I probably actually agree with you, honestly. I don't use my microwave for hardly anything. If I can melt butter in an air fryer, then maybe I should just get an air fryer. Abby says it's just really convenient sometimes, especially with smaller batch stuff. And ours comes with a rotisserie feature too. That sounds very cool. Rotisserie sounds cool. I gotta say. Yeah, where's the Laura Crofta? Exactly. Says I think the Stanford forward was Katie Heading. I think you're right. I think that's it. I think you're right. I think it was Katie. I wanted to say like Charlotte or something, but I knew that wasn't quite right. But yeah, the forward was the one that I really liked. Jennifer Azey was cool and everybody liked her and stuff, but I thought Katie was great. Abby is teleporting Brig to the Peruvian mountains with nothing but a poncho and a pack of picas. Pack of picas? What's a pica? Uh-oh. Bye, Brigitte. Have fun getting home from Peru. Lassie says, that being said, I can cook a 5-pound chicken in mine. Cool. Okay, that's cool. Don't make me want an air fryer, you guys. Stop it. Turtle says, Leah, what do you think is cuter? An animal baby or a matter baby? A matter baby? Oh, Christ. Turtle! What's the matter is you. Stedding. Katie Stedding. That was right. I was like, Katie Heading? That doesn't sound right. Katie Stedding. But you're right. That was her for sure. Jane says, now I want to make a chicken in my air fryer with an integrated smart cooking thermometer. Yeah, but can you use it in your car, Lassie? That's the question. Obviously, speaking of food, I gotta go feed the beasts of the house. I have successfully chopped 3 entire garlic cloves. We've been here for an hour. Speaking of which, we have in fact been here for an hour. We are going to take our first ad break. I appreciate your patience in this matter. We will be gone for 3 minutes where I am going to probably frantically try to get some cooking done. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm just going to sit here and do nothing and stare at the camera like you guys are here, but you're not. And then we will be back. Those of you who are subscribed will see something else. Those of you who are not may see some ads, but thank you for watching them. It helps the channel. I appreciate it. And I love having you here. And I love having you here at a time when I can control the ads myself so that they only come when we want them to. Okay. I'll be right back. and welcome back. I see Brigitte asked you all what Chester is dreaming about, and you guys came up with some good ones today. Grog says when Chester met Pillow. Jane says putting his little feetsies in the kitchen. That's probably accurate. Chester's dreaming of Kleenex, obviously. Yeah, maybe I should reward him with Kleenex for learning how to zip up my dress. I don't want to choose favorites, but Lassie said the same thing he's always dreaming of, running through a field of Rubik's cubes and blindfolds. Lassie, you're very funny. It's specifically tailored to my sense of humor, but it is very funny. You can tell he's running because the leg is twitching. Yes, it's true. You have noticed that Grog says Chester. I don't think Chester's ever seen a Rubik's cube. We could fix that though. I think he probably would go like, and then like leave it alone. He wouldn't care. But even so, it's still very funny. All right, so let's go ahead and get this marinade started. This is 3 cloves of garlic. It's like enormous amounts of garlic for 3 cloves, but whatever, it's fine. It's 2 pounds of chicken, so like having a lot of garlic is probably a good thing. Got that. Boop. And then I have to rinse my hands because this garlic is like unusually sticky. Like garlic is kind of sticky anyway, but it's like stickier than usual today. It's weird. And then 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. Let me grab that. Dirtle says, fun fact, this platform we're on is named after Chester. This platform we're on is named after Chester? Twitch. Yeah, that's really good. Twitch, because he does his little leg twitches. Exactly. Aw, Chester. All right. And then I have an enormous amount of distilled white vinegar because we don't actually use it for cooking very often. We use it more for cleaning. And so that's just like a lot of, it's just like a lot of vinegar. And then 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika. Teaspoons. I should probably actually just grab a whole stack of these so that I don't have to keep walking back and forth to the drawer to get teaspoons. 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika. Okay. Lassie says, and it's possible the field is a kitchen. Yes. Agreed. I go through smoked paprika like it's water. I feel like if decades have condiments, then decades also have spices. And the spice of the 2020s is smoked paprika. Brigitte asked, how did the Fort go earlier? I saw a few sweaty endings. Brigitte, I will just tell you, Fort was, well, the children are still off school, I believe. I think that's pretty much how Fort went. We did get our match quest done. Garegi, is the chicken tired? Is the chicken tired? I don't know, Gareki, is it? Smoked paprika is good, to be fair. Des says it was interesting. It was interesting. I don't know, it was interesting. I mean, I feel like a couple of times we did really well. The other thing that we discovered is that I feel like every single time we landed at Restless Railways, we did okay. And anytime we tried to land anywhere else, it was like insta-death. It was disastrous. I looked over and saw a couple of place 20ths. Yeah, we did some decent landings in Railways. And for whatever reason, I guess it's just, there were just times where like I could tell you what the person's rotation was. And every time I got killed, I got killed by a mythic. I think part of that was like landing in Restless Railways. That's at the very center of the map. And so I feel like a lot of people who were like coming from outer places on the map, especially if they have medallions and they're looking to loot or they're looking for people to shoot, they're going to come to the center of the map, and Restless Railways is right there in the center of the map. And I think we just got descended on by people with mythics is what happened. Gareki says, because it flew over from Peru. Yes, right, yes. No, the chicken is quite dead, Gareki. It's not just tired, it's dead. Snow, Shark. Hi, Snow. So good to see you. How are you? I don't know that I've actually had much of an opportunity to talk to you even since I definitely not since the new year. Oh right, happy new year, you guys. This is actually my first stream of the new year. Oh my goodness, I forgot it. That's great. Happy New Year. Did you guys do anything on New Year's Eve? We didn't.
Let it out!
Well, we kind of did.
The disco happened!
Right. It's a New Year's Eve party. Snow says I haven't seen you since last year. I'm sorry. You don't have to be sorry. It's like 3 days. I'm pretty sure I saw you in Doc's chat on Saturday. Are you sure it's not pining for the fjords? Are there fjords in Peru? I didn't know that. Yeah, no, so I didn't do anything on New Year's Eve besides what we normally do, which is, normal Sunday things. But in fact on Monday though, yesterday on New Year's Day, Gareki here and I played Untitled Goose Game together. Gareki's Australian and the studio's Australian. I learned some things about the studio that I thought were really cool. And also if you've ever played the game, there's a scene in the pub. There's like a pub and you're a goose, right? Untitled Goose Game, you're a goose. And you're just wreaking havoc. The whole point of the game is to wreak havoc as a goose. And there's one thing in the pub. I've played this game 3 times so far, and Gareki did it on her first try. I think the key to it was just like not realizing how difficult it was. She just did it. She was just like, "What? I have to do this? Okay, fine." And she did it. It was great. I really had a good time. It's a very, very funny game, and when you play it with someone who is wired for chaos in the way that Gareki is, it's even more fun. So we had a really good time. I played it with Brigitte last New Year's Day, and since then I played with my friend Quantum Ops, which is also absolutely terrific for a completely different reason. I'm not going to go into it because she doesn't do like stream stuff, but that was also very fun. Every time I played that game, I have not had cause to regret it. It's been a terrific addition to my life, with surprising replayability, as it turns out. I do guess that there's some like secret things that you can do, and I haven't figured out all of those yet. I know there's one that we've done, but there's like 5 or 6 more that I haven't done. Gareki says it was sheer dumb luck. Brigitte says it took me hours. Yeah, I don't think that was dumb luck. I think that was a goosely instinct for chaos is what I think that was. All right, a teaspoon of salt. Teaspoon of salt. Boop boop boop. Kosher salt. And then half a teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper, which I have right here. We're just gonna, oh, you guys actually can see that for once. Amazing. You guys can actually see it better over there than if I put it over here. It's like kind of far for me, but it works. Yeah, hey Brigitte, get good. Do I need to like whisk this together or anything? Add chicken and turn to coat, making sure to rub marinade under skin. Okay. Let's do this. I am, in fact, going to whisk this together. Actually, our friend Corey got me some more new little whisks, but none of the Christmas stuff has made it out of the, we have things we need to do. Let's move the Christmas stuff into a bag, and all of the Christmas stuff is still literally in a bag. So I haven't actually put them out yet, but at some point I'm going to need to do that. Brigitte says, hey, Gareki, get wrecked. Gareki says, oh, jail for Brigitte, 1,000 years of jail. Okay, so Gareki, look, we can do this. We can do this. We have ways of torturing Brigitte here. We programmed ways of torturing Brigitte. Look. We can do that. And then we can also do this. There's things we can do. Those are new. since I think the last time that you were hanging out with us on a regular basis as a result of terrible time zones. Time zones are terrible. Don't show her. I don't think anyone, I think only moderators can shout at you. I don't remember how I programmed the bean ban. The bean ban might also be VIPs. Maybe a VIP could test it by bean banning Brigitte again. Aha! Aha! Jane has also successfully bean banned Brigitte. Thank you. Wait, Turtle says, in my book, in a bag equals put away. It is, but I can't really use them. I agree with you. It is put away. I just can't really use them in the bag. Brigitte, I'm sorry, but Jane is also a registered agent of chaos. I'm sorry that this is news to you. I don't want to massage this under the skin of my chicken. Look at how red it is. Gosh, it's so pretty. Okay. Fine. We will do a desultory job of massaging this gunk under the skin of our chicken. But I'm going to complain about it the whole time. Jane says I take my brand new VIP duties very seriously. At some point I should probably put together a list of the things that VIPs are allowed to do. The party command is on there. VIPs can set off the party. There is a cooldown on it. The party for bits does not have a cooldown on it. If you're gonna pay me for it, you can make me dance all night. But otherwise there's a cooldown on it. Trying to think what else I have there that's VIP only. I don't remember. I'll have to look in Lumia and see what it is. See what all things there are. Okay, now I'm going to wash my hands because they're orange and covered in raw chicken. I'll be right back. Dirtle says, how many beans would a bean ban if a bean ban could ban beans? That's very good. Dirtle says, I think something might be happening in around 15 minutes. Not sure, though. 15 minutes? That would be 5:37. That's a highly specific time. Brigitte wants to know if you have something in the air fryer. Croc says all of them. All of what? All of you're gonna ban all the beans? What? Are you banning all the beans? Oh. No, don't ban all beans. I really like Rancho Gordo beans. They're really good. I do love me a good dried bean. Just not baked beans on a bagel. That's really the only kind of beans that are banned here. We make beans on toast all the time, just not with baked beans. Or if we do make baked beans, we put them on things other than a bagel. We've literally only done that once, though. All right, that's going to go in the fridge for half an hour. Look, we did a thing. We did a whole thing. One whole thing has been done. Amazing. Look at us. Brigitte says I have it on good authority that baked beans are good from Gorecki. Baked beans are good. They're just not good on bagels. They're good on toast either. They're good on other things. Like beer bread that's not been toasted. Turtle says in principle, yes, but I don't have an air fryer. So technically, I don't have anything in the air fryer. Okay. Gorecki says toe beans are best, but baked beans are good too. Toe beans are best. Are toe beans best? Toe beans might be best. I might agree with that. What's next? Tostones? Let's actually just start the rice just because we can. I might actually need to acquire more rice is the only thing, because I feel like I probably should have bought a 5-pound bag of rice, because I feel like we're just kind of just going to do a lot of rice this week. We're going to do stuffed pepper soup on Thursday. I never did get around to telling you what all my plan was for the rest of the week. I don't know. Guys, like the way that I do this all the time. This isn't like something that is rare for me. Like I do kind of leave things in the middle of thoughts. It drives everybody crazy. And then I don't finish my thought, and then I forget what I was talking about. And then I need Des to remind me what I was talking about. What was I talking about? At one point I did say that I was going to tell you guys what we were doing for the rest of the week, and then I forgot to tell you what we were doing for the rest of the week because I think I got like stuck on timers or something. So Thursday, part of my journey in 2024 is to do some serious decluttering, but this has only gone sporadically well for me. I know it's a thing that's kind of like perpetual, but like at one point it actually contributed to kind of a major mental issue a couple of years ago. So I tend to be kind of careful with it. But on Thursday we're going to, sorry, I'm just rinsing this rice. On Thursday, we're going to declutter the baking cabinet, or at least reorganize it. I don't actually know how much decluttering is going to get done because I don't know exactly how much stuff is in there that I actually want to get rid of. But at the very least, we need to reorganize it, which may also lead to us reorganizing the hall closet. But if we do that, I'll do something like put up, I don't know. I don't really use Spotify, but is there another way to like put music up on the stream? Because that would entail me standing in the hall where you guys can't see me. So that really wouldn't be that fun to watch. Maybe we just won't do that on stream. I don't know. Right. So I just put 2 servings, I don't know what you call that. 2 things of rice in the rice cooker. And now I'm just going to add, I have this, well, I'll show it to you. Hold on a second. This Louisa Saison seasoning. And typically what I do is I do 3/4 of a teaspoon per 3/4 of a cup of rice. 3/4 of a cup of rice is what I put in the rice cooker, and then fill it up to the 2 line and push the button down. Number 2 thing is done. So Thursday, I think we're going to declutter some of the like baking stuff that's like down there, and I'll pull it all out and I'll put it on the counter here, and we'll sort through it. And then the stuff that doesn't go there may go back here, but the stuff that's back there that's full. So I need to declutter some more things. So I don't know. We're just going to figure it out. Oh no. Turtle says you were talking about your broken countdown timer. We did talk about that. We're done talking about that. Wait, Turtle says if God didn't want us to have baked beans on toast, why did he put baked beans on toast? Checkmate, atheists. Turtle, okay. Mm-hmm. Perfect. Impeccable logic. I agree. Turtle says, did I do it right this time? You 100% did it right this time, Turtle. You did great. You're amazing. You're doing your absolute best, bud. Brigitte says you were talking about that time you were working in a restaurant. No, I was not talking about the time I was working in a restaurant. Yeah, I did used to work in a restaurant too, though. I did actually, Turtle. I did work in a restaurant. I was a baker in a restaurant. In fact, I was three different things. I mean, three different roles essentially in a bakery for 3 years. It was good until it wasn't. Just usually how I talk about it. Lassie says, good job washing your rice. Yeah, you kind of have to, or it gets all starchy. I like it fluffier. So it'd make it fluffy by like rinsing the extra starch off of it. Brigitte says it was a while back though, Doodle. Yes, it was. Oh, really? But surely not as far back as 1876. No. Riveting was when she was a welder. The restaurant was fascinating. I've never been a welder, although I wish I could. I wish I could be a welder. Actually, that was a funny story too. You guys, I'm just gonna like bounce from thing to thing, like with absolutely no rhyme or reason or logic. It's fine. I was at an event. I was at a market in Alexandria, so it's one of my regular markets. I think this was maybe the October one. It was either September or October. I can't remember which day. This woman bought these 2 chairs from me, and she was saying that she was going to put them in her entryway where she had put a table that she made. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. What does it look like? And so she showed it to me, and it was like, it was wood and welded together stuff. It was, I don't know how to describe it, but it was really cool. It was clearly a piece of art. It had clearly taken her a long time. She was very excited to show me, and she was very excited to get these 2 chairs to put next to it. So she was like, oh, so here's the thing. I took this welding class from this artist, and it's all women. It's an all women welding class. And I'm like, can I come? And so she gave me all the details, and I haven't looked it up yet, but I'm still intrigued. I would love to learn. Turtles has 3 different roles, like bread, cinnamon, and what's a third roll? I don't understand the concept of bread rolls. Do people really say that? That's not a thing that people said when I was growing up. It would be like you would just say rolls. You wouldn't say bread rolls. You would just say rolls because the bread part was implied. And rolling in dirty laundry. Didn't you ask your client, Turtle? Honor roll. Sounds ideal, Snow says. Turtle says, oh my God, Leah, you were on the honor roll back when you worked at the restaurant when the prime minister resigned? I don't have a prime minister, Turtle. I live in the United States. But I was on the honor roll. I was 100% an honor roll student my entire life. And I have the scars to prove it. Are we doing a cooking show? We're kind of doing a cooking show. Well, we kind of are. So there's chicken marinating in the fridge. There's rice cooking in the rice cooker. The rice cooker's right there. And we're going to make tostones. But hi Tucson. How are you? It's good to see you. Welcome back. Brigitte says back in 1876 there was a prime minister though. I don't know what to make of you people. Turtle says, but if you don't have a prime minister, who is to blame for the high prices of milk? The children suffer greatly. You guys don't know. You guys, anybody who's never been through this before with you guys is going to be so confused. The plus is for shenanigans. Yes, it is. It's for 100% shenanigans. It's for Shenana Dirtle and Shenana Brigitte. All right, we're gonna make tostones though. Let's actually get started on this because I think we can. We're gonna peel this plantain. We have a plantain. Here's a plantain. Peel it and cut it into 1-inch slices. Okay, here's what we're gonna do though. I don't like to do things normally. I'm weird. So let's cut the top and the bottom off of this, and then we will peel it. Mom's says they'll catch on. I did. That's true. That's probably true. Wait, I don't remember. This happened before. And I don't actually remember why this happened. I feel like, okay. Why do I feel like an idiot every time I have to deal with a plantain? There we go. Okay. Um Lassie says I was barely a 2.0 student. We all have our strengths, Lassie. You have plenty. Not everybody's a good student, but that's partly as a result of schools not being wired for people who learn differently. I happened to learn in a way that was served well by the school system. And even then, it, like I said, the pressure takes a little bit of a toll, you know, the pressure to be on a roll. You let Brigitte shenan once. She's going to shenan. Gareki, I don't think there's any stopping. I don't think letting is a thing. I don't know how you avoid that. I feel like you have, if you have Brigitte, you have shenanigans. And then Dirtle showed up. I'm not actually complaining, by the way. I think you guys are absolutely lovely and delightful. Dirtle says, I don't see how anyone can be confused. It's really simple, really. The year was 1876, and Leah was running late for her job as an honor roll student at that one restaurant. Yes, you know the one I mean. It was the restaurant with a reputation for their service, before it had to close down. Lassie says it was not basketball. It might not have even been that. You had to maintain a minimum GPA to play. I know I did, but that was never like, I didn't really have that issue. This is supposed to be inch thick, but this plantain is kind of thick. Thick, as the kids say. And so I'm not gonna hit it in quite the inch. I'm gonna do like a 3/4 of an inch. Lovely, delightful, and very funny. That is also true. Dirtle! Perfect timing! You are, in fact, Dirtle is no longer a VIP only in my heart. Congratulations, Dirtle, on accumulating all those heckin' points. And thank you for spending so much time here that you did, in fact, can accumulate all of those points to be able to redeem it. You are an absolute heckin' delight, and I'm so glad that you choose to spend time here. I think you're terrific, and I'm so flattered that you managed to accumulate all those points by hanging out here. You're adorable. Okay, Lassie says, but I am off to make avocado mango pulled pork quesadilla with creamy cilantro lime coleslaw. Bye, Leah. Have a great something. Durs was here first this time. Bye, Lassie. Thanks for coming to hang out. Food sounds amazing, and I hope you enjoy it. Oh, and Dirtle's in about 15 minutes, right? Because you just had to get that one last little channel point drop. Amazing. Thank you. Dirtle says, no, Leah, thank you for letting me spend time here with your lovely community that you gathered on the merit of being a great person.
Yeah!
Oh my God.
Let it out! Let the disco happen!
It's a Dirtle party. Oh wait, Fire Mom is also a VIP. Oh my God. It's a VIP party. I can't type and dance at the same time, so I just have to like. Oh, well then we'll do a mom VIP here in a second. You guys are so funny. It's a VIP Aluza for sure. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna have to up the cost after today. I don't know if I've ever announced this, but you guys know that after every 5 VIPs, I increase the price of the VIP 5,000 channel points, so I don't run out. Which I figured was reasonable as I grow as a streamer. I'm going to have ever an increasing number of people to VIP, and I don't want to run out of them. Yeah, it's the way it works. I am a dictator, and I reserve the right to enact channel point inflation whenever I so desire. It's always been like that. It started out at 15,000. It's doubled since since my inception as a streamer. Dirtle says, wait, so now I'm a VIP. Do I get the keys to the kitchen or something like that? You totally do. No, in fact, you can actually set off command party whenever it's not on cooldown. And you can bean ban people, as Jane figured out today. You can even bean ban moderators. You can bean ban me. You can bean ban fascists. In fact, fascists are way more than bean banned. Fascists are actually heckin' banned. But, I mean, if you wanted to bean ban fascists, you could do that too. Mom says, good way to start the year. Two new VIPs. Dirtle is forever my VIP buddy. Yes! Dirtle and Mom are VIP buddies. I love it. Get this crisp 20. Yeah, bean bans all around. Exactly. Wait, can we get a sample of how it works? Can you get a sample of how what works? The party? You just saw it. Brigitte used bits to do it, but command party works the same way for all of the VIPs when it's not on cooldown, which it might be. I don't know. Yeah. See, there you go. No. Okay, you can't shout. Well, you. I don't know. Should we let VIPs? I might have to talk with Brigitte about this. Should we let VIPs shout at people? I don't know. Maybe we'll find. Maybe we'll. Okay, Brigitte says no. Okay, so VIPs don't get to shout at fascists. You can still shout at fascists. You just can't use the command. This is what should I do with all this power? Yeah, it's not a lot. But this also accrues the benefits that Twitch gives you as a VIP, which is actually a serious responsibility. We'll talk about that for a second. So being a VIP on Twitch enables you. I don't ordinarily allow links in my chat. So links are turned off for anyone who's not a VIP. But if, for example, we're in the context of a conversation, having a discussion about something, and you want to post a link to the Wikipedia entry on that thing, or you're talking about, like, for example, Jimbity Bim Bim produced a documentary, and there's a website associated with the documentary. Jimbity Bim Bim couldn't post the link to that documentary unless Jimbity Bim Bim was a VIP. Is Jimbity Bim Bim a VIP? I don't remember. But the point is, that if you are a VIP, you can post links in chat because I trust you all to do it responsibly, to not post things that are going to be terrible or offensive, and are also within the context of the conversation. And then also, I think it actually accrues certain benefits if for some reason the channel is like locked down to emote only, or not sub only, but I think emote only. I think it lets you bypass certain things and lets you bypass certain, like, filters. By the time you've accumulated the 30,000 points that you need to become a VIP in this channel, you have a fairly decent understanding of, like, the standard rules of behavior that I expect from you all, and I trust you to use those powers responsibly. So that's I don't talk about it a whole lot, but because we had two today, those things are also benefits to being a VIP. So there you go. Yeah. See, my mom can now pick on Brigitte. No, but she can't because she's not a moderator. Grog says, but why wouldn't we want more people yelling at Brigitte? Because Brigitte says no. Brigitte said yes to the first thing, but said no after that. So we respect a no in this house. Yeah, get off my darn lawn, you darn fascists. Exactly. Just, yeah, get off of my darn planet, you darn fascists. Yeah, see, no command needed. Exactly. I guess you could say this is Fire Mom and Doodle's Link's Awakening. I hate that I'm enough of a gamer that I actually know what that means now. Ugh. Bypass filters. Powers? Should I do powers? I should maybe do powers. Geeks to shout at fascists. I do more than just that. Good. I'm glad you do that. That makes me hopeful for our existence, for humanity's existence. The fact that people like you also exist, geek. Okay, so right, Tostones. Okay, so I have my green plantain. I'm gonna have 5 tablespoons of oil. Heat oil in a large deep skillet over medium-high heat. Okay, so let's do that. Why don't we do that? Let's just do that. Ow! Oh heck, you guys. So among my, I like I said, I don't want to call them resolutions, but among my things that will enrich Leah's life in 2024. Among those things, and I've talked about this before. It's cool if working out is not a thing like this for you. But for me, it's kind of one of those foundational enterprises. When I do it, I feel great, or I tend to feel better. Not necessarily great. I don't always feel great, but I tend to feel better than when I don't do it. And so, hold on, I have to count this, and I don't think I can talk and count at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is just canola oil, by the way. It's just one of those foundational things. So I've been going to bar. My goal is to go 3 days a week. If I go more than that, that's great. But if I don't, then that's fine. We have had a lot of substitute teachers in bar over the course of the last 2 weeks, just because of the holidays and because of like people going on vacation and doing whatever. So we've just had people in from other studios, particularly the OG. So the person that owns the franchise that I go to owns 2 other franchises in the area. And for whatever reason, we have particularly been getting substitutes from the OG franchise. And so these teachers, a lot of them have been teaching this for a really long time. And so not only is their form perfect and they want your form to be perfect, they are also much more hands-on, much more inclined to get you into the proper working position by putting you there than some of the newer teachers. They're just more confident about it, right? And I'm used to this because that's where I used to go. It's not like weird or alarming or uncomfortable for me, so it's fine. It's just that I have been so heckin' sore for no reason. We have not done anything different or harder. I've not taken any harder classes. I've just had more experienced teachers who are working me to the bone, and apparently my knees today were like, oh hey, Shody can't get low today. All right, Durdle says, how about this? Shouting at Bridge stays as it is, but everyone can shout at Durdle. Wait, are you volunteering? Because I can't help you. Honest to God, I think it's the funniest thing. It's just something wrong with me, honestly. Mom says Durdle and I are VIP buddies now. Is that like forming a Twitch law firm to represent Chester? Could have ethical implications. You can be VIP buddies without entering into a legal partnership. Brigitte says I love this Doodle and Fire Mom attorneys at Maw. Oh my God. Grog says I'm putting your client under a 5-minute restraining order. Oh my God. Okay. Right. Okay, so I peeled the plantain, I cut it into 1-inch slices, fill a bowl with 3 cups of cold water. I mean, okay. Why? I pulled out a different recipe for tostones than the one that I used last time, and I don't really know why, but that's just where we are. So we're going to try something a little different. I kind of do like when I make things that are simple like this, because this is a really simple thing. This is like a simple thing that, you know, people who are actually Puerto Rican do all the time. But everybody, like, it is also, because it's such a simple thing, every family kind of has a different way of doing it. And so I like trying different things because it's completely outside of my experience as a really heckin' white person. So I just like to try different things, try different techniques. Okay, so this one involves 3 cups of cold water, 5 tablespoons of oil for frying, salt to taste, which we can do. Heat the oil in a large deep skillet over medium-high heat. Add plantain slices as an even layer. Fry on both sides until golden brown, about 3.5 minutes per side, and then set the skillet aside. Okay, we can still do that. Attorneys at Paw! That's actually better. Mom, that's actually better. Doodle and Fire Mom, attorneys at Paw. Oh my God. But yeah, you are definitely going to have a discussion about ethics with Durdle. I'm not sure Durdle has done all of the required continuing education for being a pet lawyer. I don't think Corey's here, so I think I could probably use my voice to actually set this timer, but I'm not going to, just in case she's lurking. I don't look at my chat when I'm streaming. I mean, I look at the chat. Jesus. I look at the chat when I'm streaming. I don't look at my user list when I'm streaming. I have no idea who's here. If they haven't said hello. Okay. Attorneys at paw is better. Dirtle, Birtle, Fire and Mom, Animal Lawyery, and VIP representation. The Q in VIP stands for quality. Attorney at paw is already a thing? No. Wait. What do you mean attorney at paw is a thing? It sounds like a comic. A Chrissy the Shih Tzu mystery book. Mom, you need to... Oh, it's $16. If it were in Kindle Unlimited or something, I would be like, you need to read... You need to read Attorney at Paw, a Chrissy the Shih Tzu mystery. And then report back, like as a book report. Dude, says I like how you're a normal person and not a weirdo. What? How am I not a weirdo? Have you been following this chat? These are my dearest beloveds. Mom says we will set up an ethical wall. Like the culturally insensitive. What the heck? As far as I cannot represent Chester against you. I don't think you have to represent Chester against me. I think you have to represent Chester against the clock. Can you represent Chester against a non-human? I don't, well, maybe a clock is not actually a legal entity. It's probably not. Brigitte's posted some lawyer stuff in the Discord. Dirtle says we represent Chester against the injustices of this world. Yeah, there we go. It's against the fire government. which is a separate legal entity from me and Grog. Does that work? Can we incorporate? We could incorporate. You could if I incorporated, right? If we incorporated, then Chester could sue the corporation, right? I would think. Maybe. She says, I can't wait to redo the Discord. Oh my god. Kareki gasps in Australian book prices. $16 is cheap. Yes, I'm doing the American currency conversion when I say that. But would you actually want a copy of Attorney at Paw, a Shih Tzu mystery? A Chrissy the Shih Tzu mystery? I think you would just want that in ebook. I think it would take you about 2.5 hours to finish that. Learning is expensive for the Australasias. Mom says no, you're an unretested person in the corp. Sounds like a kid's book and I would read it. It kind of looks like a kid's book, but I don't know that it is. Interested person. Okay, I couldn't figure that one out. Normally I'm pretty good at reading through typists. I couldn't figure that one out. For the memes, Leah. Wait, so I'm gonna read Attorney at Paw, Chrissy the Shih Tzu mystery for the memes. Are there Chrissy the Shih Tzu mystery memes? Dirtle says, Grog, has my client's restraining period ended already? Is it time for treats now or some head scritches? No, it's time for actual dinner. For doggy dinner. Lucky doggy. Okay, actually, I'm just gonna get this and flip them this way. Oh, these are stuck. Why are these so stuck? These should not be so stuck. Oh, some of them are not stuck. Some of them are. This is really interesting. I feel like I didn't do this way I didn't do this this way the first time that I did this. I've only done this twice, by the way. Normally, if I get to Stone, I just go to a Puerto Rican restaurant. It's just way easier. And they make them perfect. So why should I make them myself? There we go. Right. Another 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Dirtle says, oh my god, doggy dinner, is it Christmas again? Yes, it's Christmas again. It's just Chester's eating his food back there. Just out of frame. He's making a mess. He's getting food all over the floor. Arcadia says, I went to a petting zoo once and it was terrible. All they had was a small dog. That was also a sheet user has been banned. Turtle says my client demands for every day to be Christmas. Every day is Christmas twice. No, hi Breath. Hi, how are you? Hello, it's good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. It's nice to see your smiling chat name. I don't know what. Anyway, hi. No, it's plantains. It's sliced plantains. We're making tostones. Yes, Happy New Year. Hi. Yeah, so where I'm this is different for me. This is a new thing for me. Although I do have, which I didn't have the last time. I do have this. Hold on. Let's pull it out. I should have done this before stream. This thing's heavy as heck. I have this thing that we can use. We make tortillas on it, but we can also make tostones on it, and that's what we're gonna do. Yum. Arcadia is sorry. You're fine. You're totally fine. That's exactly the kind of humor that I enjoy here. I should probably actually pour some more water. So it wants us to fry these for 3.5 minutes each side. And then do a thing. I'm not entirely sure what the thing is yet. I haven't really read the recipe, which is like cardinal sin #1 in cooking. But whatever, it's fine. They do kind of look like scallops though, don't they? No. I wouldn't cook a scallop that much anyway. That would be yikes. Avi says, man, our dog has really gotten lazy. We got him a new slow feeder. He wouldn't even try it today. He'll tear open a can to get to my hot chocolate, but turning plastic bones to get to his food is where he draws the line. Really? He's just like, I'm not participating in this nonsense. Just give me my bowl. Actually, Chester has some of those too. He's got the ones with the little plastic bones. I got it in a thrift store. Otherwise, we wouldn't own it. Hi, Boo. Please stop licking the carpet. All right. Well, whatever. He's amusing himself. And he's not in the kitchen, so it's fine. Abby says he sat there and whined until I relocated the food to a lower level puzzle. My God. I don't know. He's just, sometimes we get a little frustrated. Sometimes we don't want to make coq au vin. Sometimes we just want something easier. Oh, wait, heck, I forgot. I got to put the chicken in the oven. You guys! I know. This is not your responsibility. This is 100% my responsibility. What do I have to actually preheat this oven to? I think it's at 450. Say 450? Yeah, it's at 450. 450 is a lot. Okay, those are burning. Okay, so I'm going to get them out of the pan. Yeah, those are a little crispier than I intended. See, they're just a little bit, but it's fine. It'll be all right. Pull these out. It's not going to make very many, but then again, that's actually probably a good thing, because every time I do this, I forget how heckin' filling plantains are. And then I'm just like, oh my God, I have so many plantains. Okay. Right. Transfer plantain slices to a chopping board. Flatten each one by placing a small plate on top and pressing down. Dip plantain slices in cold water. I'm not going to do that. I have a tortilla press. Brett says I get to teach my sister-in-law gourmet mac and cheese on Friday. That'll be fun. She wants to learn more recipes other than basic cooking, but nothing that will take longer than 30 minutes due to having 2 autistic toddlers. That makes perfect sense. Yeah, it's been interesting. I haven't had, I think I talked about this before. I haven't had like a super heckin' lot of, actually I feel like, do I typically do this with parchment? I think I actually typically do this with parchment paper. Let's not do this with wax paper. It actually occurs to me that these are probably going to be really hot and I don't want wax on my food. So let's grab parchment paper instead. What do you do with my scissors? My emergency scissors that I pulled out. Some people have kitchen shears for these things. I don't. Oh, we're just gonna we'll tear it then. It's fine. Dear Fire Household, how are you? This is Turtle, by the way. I am well, thanks for asking. This isn't to inform you that there is a hole in my client's bowl that makes the food empty way too fast. Please fix, or I will be forced to seize and resist. No further questions, Your Honor. XOXO, Dirtle Birdle, Animal Layer. Aminal Layer. Aminal Layer. Dirtle. Can I do more than one of these at a time? I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't try. Maybe I should just try to do it this way. Dirtle, I have questions. The most prominent of which I should not say out loud. Oh, I think that smushed it too much. Dirtle is using professional terms so everybody knows I'm a professional. This is too smooshed. I don't like how smooshed that is. I would like to smoosh that less. It needs to go in the water. Cook plantain slices for 1 minute on each side, right after coming out of the water? I wish they had explained that a little bit more. Anyway, I don't want to smoosh them that much. I want to smoosh them less than that. So maybe what we'll do is we'll just do it like this. And push down instead of using the handle. That's better. That's thicker. That's what I'm looking for. And there's a poll in the chat. Okay, so the poll is worst animal crime is clearly jaywalkies, dinner fraud, dog collar crime, burglary, or druff, druff, druff. Did you like that? Did you like my rendition of druff? I feel like I kind of messed that up. It's fine. This is good. Yeah, it's good. It's better if I don't use the handle. The handle, I think, is only for tortillas. This is better. So please vote in this highly important poll. Jaywalkies, dinner fraud, dog collar crime, burglary, or druff, druff, druff. You guys are ridiculous. And by you guys, I mean Brigitte. Who said I made it? Brigitte, generally speaking, if there's a funny poll in the chat, it is either you or Dr. Andy. But Dr. Andy just puts, typically, just druff by itself. Because Dr. Andy is a purist. Actually, Dr. Andy is not a purist. But when it comes to that, Dr. Andy tends to just put druff. And thus concludes my investigation into which of my delightful moderators, delightful but chaotic moderators, made that poll. It's not a very official investigation. I don't understand why it has to go in the water. If I put it in the water, do I have to dry it off first? Because then I'm going to put it in oil and it's going to spit like mad. I don't understand this. Okay. Anyway, I'm not going to fry them yet because if I fry them now, they're not going to be hot by the time it's time to eat. So I got to put the stuff in the oven first. Gotta roast our chickies first. In fact, actually, let me just move this. I think I'm going to probably use that. Put this here. And Breath is also happy and healthy New Year to all of you as well. Thank you. Yeah, as I was saying, on non-streaming days, this has been like this for a while. Excuse me, been like this for a while. First because I was super busy with work, and then because I didn't want to do anything. I've been kind of experimenting with like super easy and fast recipes. I kind of always resisted that for stream just because I thought it wouldn't be interesting. For people, I thought it would be more fun to watch people cook me, to let people watch me cook something complicated. That they might not try themselves, and that way they could see like how to do it. Maybe it's harder than I think, and maybe it's easier than I think. And I don't know. That always struck me as being kind of a fun thing to do. But Of late, partly because y'all are so very entertaining and I am so very distractible. I have found that filling time is less of a problem than I thought, first of all. Although, I mean, there are times when chat is slower and that's fine. The thing that has been attracting me to quicker recipes is that like I can slow them down, but like when something's complicated, I can't really speed it up. Like as I proved today, my plan was to go live and was like to start kind of cooking at like 4:30. That did not happen. I did not start cooking until like 5 minutes to 5. I snoozed the first ads that would give me a little bit more time just so that I could like get something done before the start of the hour. Oh my goodness. All right. Droff has carried the day. So that is the worst animal crime. Breath says the water so they don't stick to each other, I'm assuming. But that is if you don't cook them first. You did it sort of out of order. I did it exactly according to the recipe. I did it precisely as the recipe is written. You cook them, you transfer the plantain slices to a chopping board, you flatten them, you put them in cold water. You reheat the oil in the skillet over medium heat, cook the plantain slices for 1 minute on each side and serve immediately. So, yeah, no, it wants me to cook them just like that. But I think I'm going to have to dry them off first, because if I don't, I feel like it's gonna, I don't know, spit. Yeah, it's an interesting recipe. I don't know. I don't understand the technique, but maybe we will gain insight once we have cooked them. Right. So let's go ahead and throw the chicken on the baking sheet. And maybe it's stupid and we decide not to do it that way again. But like I said, I like trying different recipes for things like this because I don't necessarily have an innate understanding of how they're supposed to work myself. It's not so like when I was coming of age, my best friend and roommate was Canadian Chinese. Her parents had immigrated to China from had immigrated to Canada from China. And so her mother was a very serious traditional Chinese cook and was really very good at it. And so when it comes to like Chinese food, I don't want to say like I'm not an expert. I'm not like Chef John. He's like truly a chef and an expert. But I do feel like I have kind of a more of an innate understanding of the way that the ingredients go together. The same way that I would with like Italian food or Mexican food, things that I ate a lot growing up as a child. But when it comes to things like Puerto Rican food, that wasn't something that I had a lot of exposure to in my life as a youngster. And so trying different things, trying different techniques is always fun for me. Dirtle says I'm a big fan of following recipes to the letter so I can get upset when it turns out bad. Yes, agreed. Actually, it's really funny that I think I've told the story before, but the America's Test Kitchen guy, Tim, whatever his name is, was like occasionally doing recipes on the internet is kind of frustrating because somebody will tell you, oh, I cooked your recipe and it came out bad. And then it comes out that they cooked their shrimp for like 25 minutes. That they substituted shrimp for chicken and cooked the shrimp for 20 minutes. And it's like, of course your recipe came out bad, you silly person. Anyway, we in fact have another ad break incoming. So I am waiting for the oven to heat up and then I'm going to go ahead and throw the chicken in there to roast. In the meantime, you guys will see 3 minutes of ads if you are not subscribed. If you are subscribed, you will see something else. Otherwise, just stick close because I'm not going to be gone for that long. So if you're here for me and not here for ads, which I can't blame you, then just stick around for a little bit and we will be right back. You didn't quite pin that reference down?
Yeah! Let it out! Let the disco happen!
500 puns, babies. It's a pun party. A pun team. All right. Oops, that's.
What are you doing in my swamp?
Yes. Yes, Grog provided the Shrek. I love streaming. I love hanging out with you guys. I love coming here and sharing time in my kitchen as if we were all attending the same virtual dinner party, which is kind of the metaphor that I use in my head for bringing people into my space and trying to be as amusing a hostess as possible. Cowboy Vicarian. Okay, so we're gonna do me Grimlock say you full of cesium salami, and then it's gonna be. I can't do the song, unfortunately.
All I got is we should have had hats for that.
Yeah! Let it out! Let the disco happen!
There we go.
Hey, Joe. Did you eat dinner tonight? Have you eaten? Should you eat?
So Nether says, you know what happens when in Clue or Cluedo, depending on territory, you've correctly proved that it's not the yellow character? I don't know, Nether.
They got the mustard.
Nether, you're a genius. That was so good. That was so good. I should just end stream now. Nothing I say is going to be better than that. That was very funny. Sarah's pencil is out of lead. So it's a normal day. It's a normal day. Thank you, Sarah. Speaking of which, Sarah, are you around this weekend? This is like really thick. Look at this cake batter. It's like really thick. All right, I'm going to set this as... Hi. I'm back. The chicken's in the oven, by the way. Hi. It's the one thing I did. I just put the chicken in the oven. I have to read something in chat. Hold on a second. There's something that happened over the break. Also, hi, Leah. I had pad thai. Pad thai sounds amazing. I should make pad thai again. That was delicious. Also, hi, Jim. Shark. How are you? Good to see you. Okay. So my mother says, nothing contained or implied in this VIP buddy agreement, the agreement, shall constitute or be deemed to constitute partnerships among the parties, nor shall this agreement constitute a party as the legal representative or agent of another party, nor, dang it, chat, please, come on, nor, I gotta scroll up again, sorry, nor shall a party have the right to authority to assume, create, or incur any commitment, liability, or obligation of any kind express or implied against or in the game of or on behalf of another party. I so want to push the party button right now, but I'm not gonna. Dirtle, we've seen that clip 400 times. Okay, so here's the thing. It does seem to actually be picking up...
Let the disco happen!
Thank you, Turtle. We're just getting down with the party tonight. It's like constant party. I mean, it's appropriate, right? It's a new year. We're gonna party like it's 1999. 25 years later. Holy hell, it's 25 years since 1999? That's extremely distressing. Why did I say that out loud? Turtle has the power. The dancing turtles. Oh my God, it's so good. But Turtle, you've seen that clip 100 times. You know what happens to the cake batter. Jim says, oof. I agree. Oof. Big oof. That's so bad. 25 year takes and send intense psychic damage. Yes. Agreed. Okay. I think I'm actually going to have to dry these. I don't really understand why it had me wet them. So, I'm going to take my wet plantains here. And I'm going to, yeah, see, and we kind of like lost bits of them. I don't really understand this instruction. But I am going to dry them because I'm a little bit concerned that if I put them in hot oil like this, that they're just going to like send water droplets everywhere, and that will be bad. Yeah, see, this one was too thin. That one didn't go very well. And then we're just going to pat them dry. It didn't tell me to do this, but for my own health and sanity, I think I'm going to insist that this be done. Like, it doesn't have to be like dry. It just has to be dry enough that it's not going to spit water at me. Okay. That one, yeah, that one was too thin. I'm glad we amended our procedure. Koreki says you said it to psychically wound all of us. Not all of you. Brigitte is crying. Brigitte is now ugly crying. There are people within our circle of acquaintance who were not alive in 1999. Some of them hang out here. So all of them play Fortnite and call each other bro. Right. Let's go ahead and oh wait, no, you know what? We don't want to fry our toast. No, we don't want to do that. Oh gosh, I shouldn't have taken them out. Okay. Because here's the thing. I forgot I still have to make the sauce that goes with this. So let's get another cutting board. Let's get a different cutting board. And put those. Can we do this without tearing the thing? Yes. Amazing. Let's put these over here. Okay. Mops! Bruh. Sup. Dirtle says, imagine not being alive in 1999. Dez is just going full denial. I respect that. I can respect full denial. Quantum was apparently not alive in 1999. Mom says soaking plantains allows them to absorb a little water to help steam the inside as it fries, much like one would do for American-style French fries, UK chips. Also, hi, Quantum Mobs. I talked about how much fun I had playing Untitled Goose Game with you, because I had fun playing Untitled Goose Game with Gareki yesterday. We played it again. Quantum says, I think I was. I don't know how to say 1999 in French. I don't know how to say years in French. I don't think. Okay, here's the other problem. What the hell is up with French numbers? You don't say, okay, so you say like 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, but 70 is 60-10, and 80 is 60-20, and then 90, you guys, I should not have to do math in order to express like a very basic number. Particularly not like a 100% type number. Like, you don't make me do math to figure out how to say a thing. I can't figure out what 60 plus 80 is, much less translate it into French. No! Dirtle says you have to do math to say 1999. Quantum's just laughing at me. That's fair. You say 1904 80 16. Do you? Oh! I'm the Fortnite emote. Steam coming out of my ears. I hate it so much. Brigitte has a hack for French numbers. Yes, you do. And it's because Quebec is actually sensible about the way they handle all of that nonsense. And they don't do it the way the French do it. Thank God. Okay, Jim says 1999. No? That's toddler counting. It's ridiculous. You're probably right, but it doesn't make any sense and I hate it. 1999 is a number that should never be said in French, so we never have to talk about it again. Aha! You were laughing at Brigitte's comment. Okay. Wait, you say it, je suis vieille. Oh, I see. Yeah, je suis vieille. Moi aussi. Oh, you got away with it. No, you didn't. You don't get away with anything. I would have caught on eventually. Okay, right. I need jalapenos and stuff. Okay, I need a garlic. I put the garlic back, so let's go get a garlic. The chicken smells heckin' amazing. I'm gonna wash my knife, actually. I'm gonna wash my chef's knife. I don't actually know why I put it in the sink. I did. I just cut the plantain with it. It's not like it touched raw chicken or anything. Okay. Uh-oh. Quantum says j'ai mal au bas du... I don't know what that means. I'm scared. I'm scared to say it out loud. I do trust you though. Turtle says that reminds me of the time I was working at a restaurant. The year, as I recall. 19 plus 4 times dickety carry the 3. Correct. It says, I mean, French numbers sound like when toddlers are learning how to count and start adding weird numbers combos together. Yes. Who invented this terrible system? What kind of drugs were they on? Okay, so Belgium and their victims use it too. Dirtle says the French and their numbers are like the Americans and their feet per ounces. Yes, that's fair. That is very fair. Our feet per ounces. Although I one of the things I told you guys, right, that I had created a new social media account for Leah Fireheart, so that like I would get like I could just do Leah Fireheart posts and I wouldn't have to like put my entire name out in the universe. Associated with my Twitch stream, because apparently that makes bad things happen. So I started a new Instagram account and I'm not following enough people yet. So I constantly get like recommended stuff in my feed. And one of the recommended things that I got in my feed was a heckin' Canadian explaining how Canadian numbers work. And the problem is that like, or Canadian measurements, how Canadian measurements work. And Canadian measurements and American measurements are actually fairly similar in a lot of ways. And I didn't realize that we were so weird. I understood the ways in which we are weird as regards the rest of the world, but I didn't realize that Americans and Canadians are similarly kind of weird when it comes to measurements. That there's things that we use ounces for and things that we use pounds for, but we don't. At least we don't have the whole kilometers and kilograms thing. That's not so much of an issue. But it is a whole heckin' thing. Oh, I said it perfectly. Oh my gosh. Okay. Arcadia says, if I remember, it's from old Celtic languages being base 20 rather than base 10. There are archaic counting systems from northern England, especially sheep farming, which count in 20s too. Yan, tan, tether, mether, pip. Oh my gosh, seriously? Amazing. Greggy says, I want to know whose fingers they mean when they're talking about booze measurements and why. I mean, I have nice big fingers, so I think they should mean mine. Brigitte says I measure cat jumps in pounces. Does that count as a pun? I guess it probably does. All right. 1 garlic clove, 2 jalapenos. 2 jalapenos. I mean, I guess jalapenos aren't actually that spicy. That just seems like a lot. Especially because these are heckin' enormous. I'm just going to do 1 because I don't know how spicy they are. Sometimes they're spicy and sometimes they're not. But I'd rather, no. I'd rather less spicy. Okay, so this is like... I had to go out and buy cilantro, you guys. I told you I had a ton of cilantro. We talked about this at the beginning of stream. I didn't actually have a ton of cilantro. I had a ton of parsley. And that makes me the least organized person ever. Who can't tell cilantro from parsley. That's definitely cilantro, though. All right. 2 jalapenos, 1 clove of garlic, 1 cup of fresh zest and juice of 2 limes. I'm going to do this and then I'm going to touch the jalapenos because I don't actually want to get jalapeno juice on my hands until later. Until the end of this process. It also wants me to use a blender, but I'm not going to. I have the food processor right here and the blender is like inconvenient. So I have to like go and get it and I don't want to do that. So we're just going to not. All right. Zest of limes. Zest of limes. Kareki's going to quote Grog on the sizes of booze measurements. Okay, but at least Grog's theory that he doesn't have to drink water while he's drinking booze has been thoroughly debunked by Mom Delay. Turtle says, I think it's best to practice to assume the biggest fingers you can imagine. That's why the why being to get drunk. That's my best answer. Yeah, see, and Grog had the same answer as Turtle. We have agreement on a lot of things. Solarsely, it's not the same thing. Inebriated minds think a lot. Yeah, you will never forgive her for it. I think Dr. Mom Delay is terrific and can do no wrong. So, I disagree with you. Actually, it was funny. I was watching another streamer, and actually a UK-based streamer, who was saying that he was looking forward to like the UK political year for some reason. And I couldn't get him to say more. He insisted that he didn't want to bring politics into the conversation, and so I was like, okay, that's fine, whatever. But he was deeply interested in having controversial and heated discussions about chocolate. I still don't know what his opinions were, but the interesting thing about it is that he noted that their opinions about chocolate across the chat were surprisingly similar, and he said that he would expect their political opinions to also be surprisingly similar. And I would probably say that while I don't think this crew is necessarily going to agree on everything, because I mean, people are going to have nuances in terms of their takes on things. But along the lines of like recognizing basic human rights and for people and also like being anti-fascist, that's a thing. And I can't come up with any other like specifics of how I suspect that we all largely agree here, and if we don't, please get out. At least on those points. Anyway, so but it was interesting that I now I have to like ask some of my UK denizens to explain why the UK political year is particularly interesting this year. You don't have to do it here. We can talk about it in Discord. But I wanted more context, and I was brutally rebuffed. Gareki says he doesn't if he's drinking whiskey on the rocks. What? Whiskey's for drinking, water's for fighting over. Brigitte is looking forward to the UK political year. Really? And Jim is peeking out of a toilet. Yep. Okay, so I've got some ideas. Whoop! Brigitte's story alarm has been rung. Kill Bill siren activates. I think you probably know who I was watching, Brigitte. I'm not gonna like name names, but I think you know who I was watching. And honestly, like I totally get why people don't want to have political discussions in their chat. It's not for me. It isn't so much that I think there's going to be like specifically like heated disagreements or anything. That's not what it's about. It's just that or that like I'm worried about offending people who don't believe the same things that I do. It's more just that it can get complicated, and particularly when we're not talking about people from different, like when we're talking about countries that I'm not necessarily super familiar with their political systems. And then having an international audience of people who may not care about American politics any more than they absolutely have to. I don't want to bore people. But yeah, I mean, when it comes to like political stuff, like basic human rights exist. Yeah, I'm sorry, that's not controversial, or it shouldn't be controversial, and we can talk about that all you want. Geeks says I have some British friends that are very political too, so I can ask them. Interesting. It'd be interesting to see why if they are looking forward to it and why. I know, if I recall correctly, you're talking about your distaste for baths. Oh, okay, so you were lurking. Yes, I don't like baths. Baths are terrible. I don't see the point of them. Why should I stew in my own filth in rapidly cooling water for 20 minutes and then just have to take a shower to actually get clean? Baths are silly. I don't understand them. Jim says that's the personification of a Victorian child beating Cain Jacob Rees-Mogg peeking out of the toilet where he belongs. Thank you very much. Good. Thank you, Jim, for translating. I appreciate that. I like it when people answer questions when I ask them. Anyway, Some Random Geek has political discussions on my streams, and I get heated from some of those discussions. Well, that's good. I mean, the thing is that, like, some of these things are really serious. It's understandable to get heated. But, like, when some people get heated and other people really don't care. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Arcadia says Twitch chat can move way too fast to really get into the nuance of those discussions. And even when everyone is engaging in good faith, keeping that untangled is a lot of work to put on mods. That is extremely eloquent. I agree. And also that's a really good way of putting it. I like that. Out of touch hereditary ruling bastard. Yes. Because bubbles. Grog says because bubbles. Brigitte says because bubbles. I have a freaking machine that gives me bubbles. I don't have to sit in dirty, tepid water to have bubbles. Brigitte says I'm still intrigued by the connection between chocolate and politics. American imperialism, Dirtle. It's all American imperialism. Apparently the names of certain UK chocolate bars were changed at some point and what I thought was interesting is they were all complaining about it. This is mostly a UK based chat, by the way. They were all complaining about the fact that these names had been changed. They like the old names better. And I was like, okay, but that's just what things are called here. I mean, it's what I was thinking to myself. And so finally I kind of told them that and the streamer was like, okay, yeah, you Americans always trying to take over the world. And I'm like, I'm sorry, if I could stop it, I would. But no, apparently I can't. Brett says I took my first Cowboy Bebop shower over Yule holiday, and I understand why it was a thing. Back medication for migraine taken. I don't understand that, but I'm just gonna take your word for it. Jim says they both have the letters C, O, L, and T. Also, Firebot is reminding us to have water again, and also meds if you haven't taken your meds yet, and a stretch break. And if there's laundry still to be switched, please go switch your laundry. Dirtle says also the trick with baths is to regularly refill hot water, and you shower after, so the filth is no problem. The benefit of baths being that it feels good to be floating in warm water. All that being said, I don't particularly like baths. You see? Everybody's like, oh, take a bath. It's self-care. Gross. Geek says, from what I know of Rees-Mogg, because I also follow UK politics, yes, he belongs in the toilet. Awful person. There you go. Brigitte says all chocolate just needs to be renamed Chalky Walkies, and that'll settle it. Gareki says, if you're in the Discord, I have a couple of migraine tricks that might help. You've probably heard them if you get them a lot, but migraine sufferers unite. Okay. Zest and juice of 2 limes. Okay, so I did the zest. Now I just have to do the juice. Do the juice. That actually sounds like a candy advertisement. Do the juice. Be the chalky walkie. Dirtle says I also feel compelled to add that I don't particularly dislike baths. So you just don't have strong opinions on baths, Dirtle? Wow. Interesting. Some people have strong opinions on Mars bars. I didn't even get to tell my Mars story. I had to go out. I didn't want to, but I had to. Arcadia says also not as aristocratic as he'd like people to think he is. Yes, his parents were wealthy, but his dad was a newspaper editor and his mom was his dad's secretary. Problematic workplace much? Haunted Victorian hat stand persona is just him cosplaying. Spent lime husks. These go in Mai Tais, but not after you've taken the skin off them. And we're not having Mai Tais today anyway. All right. Lemon juice. No, lime juice. That's not a lemon. Those were limes. Brigitte says the money that allows him to live outside of society with burning it down is the issue. That's true. Brigitte says husks. Reaper womp. I can't make that noise. Dr. Andy has it. It plays when I type F-A-X, F star 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 X. If you type star asterisk 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 X in Dr. Andy 23's chat, it makes the Reaper noise. I think also if you type Reaper, it makes Reaper noises, but that's not as fun. Brett says the VA is giving me the strongest migraine meds on the planet. I get them every other day to the point of blackouts. Oh my gosh. Cool. All right. So Brett's taken care of. Awesome. Opting out in my ties or your ties? In everyone's ties. Opting out. Also, hi. How are you? Good to see you. I saw you yesterday, or maybe was it yesterday? No, it was Sunday. It was Sunday. I saw you Sunday. It was good to see you. Grog says, what's the fun of burning down society if you can't survive it from profit from it? He's being sarcastic, by the way. Spent lime husks are also great for making candies or jams. Interesting. Not if you type it here, Brigitte. You have to type it over at CFJ. Arcadia says, oh, absolutely. He still needs eating into the heart of the sun. I'm not disagreeing with you. It's just additionally comedy tragic that he makes pretend like he's some Victorian gentleman. Durdle says, my favorite Mars bars factoid is that, at least according to that one article I read, their sales go up every time NASA lands a new Mars rover. No way. Fake news. I don't believe it. Prove it. Prove it with your new VIP powers, Durdle. Brigitte says it's a way for people not to take him as a serious threat. Same tactic as being used a lot in the last decade. See. No. That's not how that works. Oh my God. I actually do have a fun Mars factoid. I think that was supposed to be set at 450. Why is it set at 400? Huh. Okay. Well, we will turn this off and then we will turn it back on. We will set it for 450. That's really interesting. Okay. That's fine. I mean, it's still going to take a few more minutes anyway. Breath believes it. I actually also believe it. No, my fun Mars factoid is that actually they were a client of my old workplace. I worked for a furniture maker. And as far as I know, and I don't know if this is still true. I don't know if Mars is publicly traded now, but for a long time it was family owned. And the Mars family would drive this like beat up ass old pickup truck, this like farm truck. It's like ancient 1970s farm truck to pick up their furniture rather than having it delivered out to their enormous mansion in the hinterlands of Virginia, rather than pay the exorbitant delivery fee that would have brought the thing to them. So apparently Mr. Mars used to come in the truck and pick up the furniture. Okay, Grog says Wikipedia says, "Oh no, okay, hold on, we got. Did we have a Wikipedia redeem, or is Grog just randomly putting Wikipedia stuff in the chat?" Grog says, no, Wikipedia says it has been observed on several occasions that the price of a Mars bar correlates fairly accurately with the change in value of the pound sterling since World War II, much in the same way that the Big Mac index has proven to be a good indicator of the actual relative purchasing power of world currencies. What Wikipedia entry did you look up to get that? Gariki says, okay, my hacks are just tennis ball under vertebrae. I think you're covered. Yeah, fair. Durdle says also I need to see if I can find sales figures for Corona beer pre, peri, and post 2020. All right. Just random Mars bar. Okay, you looked up Mars bars, I see. All right, so we have jalapeno, garlic, cilantro, lime. Okay, I'm not using ají amarillo paste is in this this recommended thing that I was supposed to use in order to make this stuff. And I just decided that I didn't want another random ingredient that I wasn't 100% sure be what to do with after I finished making the thing that I was actually making with it. And so I didn't buy any because it says it was optional. I'm really hoping that ají amarillo paste is not actually critical to the deliciousness of this recipe, because if it is, I'm going to be disappointed because we didn't have any. I don't even know what it is. I didn't even look it up. I was like, yeah, no, I'm good. I don't need any more random nonsense ingredients in my house that I'm going to have to figure out how to use up. So, right. Honey, a teaspoon, half a teaspoon or more of kosher salt. Half a teaspoon or more of kosher salt. Brashitsa's distant sounds of chopping and rolling, followed by a car screeching off at high speed. Are we still guillotining? Okay. All right. And then a quarter of a cup of extra virgin olive oil. That's a lot. That's a lot of olive oil. Okay. Grog says, first reports of Mars bars coated with batter and deep fried being sold in Stonehaven, Scotland date back to 1995. Mars says that it is not authorized or endorsed. Deep fried Mars bars are available from some fish and chip shops in the UK, mainly in Scotland, Singapore, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, Ireland, and the United States. This has suddenly turned into a Will It Fry episode. I've never fried a candy bar. I've never eaten a fried candy bar. I don't intend to start eating fried candy bars. What?
Stick with me, and you'll never go hungry again!
Alpine, one hecking year. Wow, one hecking year. Thank you so much, my friend. I really appreciate the support. Enjoy your emotes and your continued ad-free viewing. I am really glad that you choose to spend time here. I enjoy you a lot. Koreki says they taste like fried arteries and sugar. Arcadia says not authorized. What? I didn't realize they needed their authorization to do what the hell I want with a Mars bar. Yeah. Goshunk says we went to Stonehaven to get a deep fried Mars bar, but went on a day they were closed. Oh no. Also, hi Goshunk. How are you? Dirtle says I'm putting that bar wherever I want and you can't stop me, Mr. Mars. Dirtle, please be specific. Tweety Verde. Hi. Hey. How are you? Welcome to here. We're talking about deep fried Mars bars and making some kind of green sauce. It's like jalapenos and cilantro and stuff in it. Looks good. Breath says Wikipedia is not facts, though. As Wikipedia is not a .edu website. Anyone can log in there and change information. I can knowingly follow their information with sound judge of mind. Just my opinion, especially since Wikipedia is starting to go bankrupt and asking for sponsorship. Well, Wikipedia is a nonprofit. They ask for sponsorship every year. It's just a thing they do. Arcadia says they'll send the Martians after you if you don't get authorization in tripods. And you can, in fact, check the change logs for each page. Yeah, there's been a lot of debate on this over the years. I'm not an expert on the matter, but I know that folks have done studies as to like the accuracy of Wikipedia pages, and they're not flawless, and you do have to check them. But when it comes to superficial level knowledge on basic topics, it's actually pretty reliable. Yeah, shark, go shunk. Turtle says Wikipedia is about as accurate as any encyclopedia and often better. Individual inaccuracies don't constitute proof of overall lack of quality. Thank you, Turtle. You put that much better than I would have. Good starting point for research, not the be all end all. Yes, exactly. Okay, so here's our sauce, and I think I just pushed the button. And then we taste it, obviously. I only put 1 jalapeno in it instead of 2 because I thought my jalapeno was surprisingly large. Large jalapeno. I didn't want to like completely toast us. It smells very fresh. I would say it is akin. It's akin to chimichurri. It's got like the vinegar, like herby freshness, with a little bit of heat from jalapenos in this case, but usually crushed red pepper flakes in the case of chimichurri. I like it a lot. I don't know that I would ever use it as like a substitute. I think I might like cherry chimichurri just a little bit better, but I like because just the red wine vinegar I think has a better flavor than like distilled white vinegar. But we didn't put any vinegar. We just put lime juice. I think I like the flavor of red wine vinegar better than the lime juice. But this is very highly edible. I like it. I am a fan. What are we gonna put this in? Maybe we'll put it in this so that we can, oh, and first let's go ahead and actually heat the oil for the tostones. And this way I can just kind of like, easily drizzle it over when I'm ready to serve, which is going to be soon. I don't think I need this. I pretty much used that up. These can go in the sink. This can go in the sink. This can go back in the drawer. Okay, cool. So let's just heat some oil, and then we can fry our tostones, and then we're going to be done. Amazing. Let's see. Arcadius is around the same time as the media got the hold of the deep fried Mars bar fad. I remember seeing a similar article or whatever about a deep fried pie served in a bread roll, which is a triple layer of carbs heart attack I'd actually try. Breath wants to know, is cilantro the base for that? It's the base for the sauce. Chimichurri's base is parsley though. So it's not cilantro, but it's a similar like, I mean, for me anyway, as a person who likes cilantro, it's kind of herby freshness. Grog says in Burrico, we have deep fried Twinkies. I shudder to think that such things exist. We also do deep fried Snickers bars. Girdle says, Leah, I just did this recipe and it turned out so bad. I replaced the chicken with parsley and it doesn't taste like chicken at all. Yeah, the green sauce I just made is cilantro based, yes. Alpine says, I've had deep fried PB&J sandwich and Oreos and they're good. I think deep fried food is probably just going to be good. Is it good for you? Probably not. But if it tastes good, it's okay to eat it on occasion for a lot of people. Okay, let me just double check what's going on with our chicken here. I don't want to burn it, but I want to see if it's done. Which is why I have a handy damn thermometer. Oh yeah, this is super done. Super duper done. So done. Way done. Really done. Right, we can pull that out now. Actually, let me move that over there and put this here. Okie dokie. I can't tell if that's hot yet. Let's see. Arcadia says it's not good for me. Oh no, I just had deep fried food for dinner. I mean, everybody makes their own dietary choices. A steady diet of deep fried food is probably not great for you, but you do you, bud. Brigitte says I replaced the chicken with parsley and the cilantro with parsley and the sauce with parsley. 1 out of 10 tasted like parsley. Yeah. Breast says I love to try a deep fried peanut butter sandwich, but I can't, unfortunately. Oh no. Arcadia says sweet and sour chicken. Yum. Sweet and sour chicken is delicious. It's hard because we actually have a really good Chinese restaurant that's actually like Chinese food, not Chinese American food. And they don't have anything like that, but it's the only place that I really like that's nearby. Grog says, I mean, Twinkies barely count as organic matter to begin with. I tasted those pumpkin spice Twinkies and I didn't really think very much of them. They might have been improved by being deep fried. I don't know. Maybe next year when they come back, we'll try it. We'll see if pumpkin spice Twinkies are better deep fried than they were just like on their own. They weren't very good. Arcadia says, I replaced the chicken with soap and it tasted like cilantro. Are you one of those soap people? I am not a soap person, but I do know that that's like a genetic thing. There's just nothing you can do about it. I'm sorry that you're a soap person, though, because I like cilantro. Durdle says, you see, you forgot to replace the plantains with parsley. That's where you went wrong. Of course. I'll try again tomorrow. Okay. Sweet and sour pork is the best. I don't know that I've had sweet and sour pork. I mean, I'm aware of it being an option. Okay. So is this... Yeah. That is sufficiently sizzly that I have some hope that it will work. We're going to have to do these in batches, though, because I'm not going to have space for all of these. But luckily, they only fry for a minute. So it is okay. All right, turn that off. Grog says, I recommend trying again, but replace the parsley with dill. Grog woke up and chose violence. Where does this paprika go? Oh, the Saison goes down here and the paprika goes there. Turtle says, I replaced all my soap with parsley and now my skin smells like Peruvian chicken. No comment on the plantains. Brigitte says, I'm going to ask Jim if there's enough room to flush you too. Now, moderators, be nice to each other. You don't have to be nice to me, but you do have to be nice to each other. Honestly, I kind of want those to be a little more goldener, but we'll see. Oh, I see. Now, thank you for blowing kisses. I appreciate the kiss blowing. You follow directions very well, Brigitte. We're almost ready to eat, by the way. We're very close. Very, very, very close. Okay, Brett says, my sister bought my mother some Korean gochujang seasoning for meat, and I was like, what is this? And they were like, seasoning. I laughed and went to the Asian food market and bought them real gochujang, which is a very vibrant red paste in a tub, and gave it to my mother and told her, that's real Korean gochujang seasoning. The spices they ate that day laid the foundation of the foods they ate in December. Ah. Yeah, I've never seen it in powdered form. I was confused, but then when I kept reading, I understood. Yeah, we're lucky that I would say pretty much our largest immigrant population where I live, like largest number of people who have moved here recently from other places, is Korean. Right in my immediate vicinity, basically. And so we have a wide range of fantastic Korean grocery stores, fantastic Korean restaurants. My very favorite fried chicken, like I don't really eat American fried chicken. I haven't had it in years. But is the Korean fried chicken with the soy garlic sauce on it. Holy heck, which I guess is kind of a fusion food, right? Like it's kind of a fusion thing between Korean and American, but no, not Bond. Honestly, I think the other place is better. I think Chimik is better. I think Chimik is better than Bonchon. I think their chicken is better. Like, I think it's better quality. Yeah, Chimik, not sponsored. Okay, Durdle says, okay, last Wikipedia fact before I go to bed. Brigitte made her debut during the second season of Modern Family. During the gap between filming the second and third seasons of Modern Family, Brigitte underwent formal training to give her the skills to act on screen. This included teaching her to swim. What? And Brett says Korean fried chicken is better than KFC. Did you just make up that Wikipedia entry? I think you did. I actually need, I need paper towels, hun. Do you have paper towels? We're out of paper towels up here. I'm gonna flip these again just because I wanted them to be a little goldener. I think the oil probably wasn't just quite hot enough. Thank you. This is the kind of the only minor problem of living with a very tall person. He puts some things in places that I actually can't reach. I'm just gonna stick this up here for right now and we'll deal with it later. Yeah. Okay. Yum 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 yum. I'm so excited. These are so delicious. Yum yum yum. So excited. Okay. And then that. This one's falling apart, but it's okay. It'll survive. There. Alpine says H Mart produce is the best quality and price around here. For real. For sure. Brigitte says they knew how to act before. Dirtle says, trust me, it's even funnier in context. Oh, Brigitte is a dog. I see. Brigitte says, did you just call me a... I'm calling my human lawyer. A trusty and loyal friend. Aww. So sweet. See, Dirtle's being sweet. You guys are great. Salt. It's only supposed to take a minute, but I think it actually is taking me a little bit longer than this. It's set to heat it over medium heat, but I think it probably should have been a little hotter than that. Yeah, Dirtle sweet. Okay, let's go ahead and start plating this. Because I can. And because we are rapidly running out of stream time. Whoops. Right, so rice. What I did was I just put 3/4 of a teaspoon of Saison seasoning in there from Louisa, which is a company out of New York. Because I don't buy Goya anymore. Speaking of politics. So yeah, I buy this Louisa Saison seasoning, which is delicious. It's very good. It's better than the Goya stuff anyway. And contains fewer preservatives, apparently. I don't know. Exciting for me. But yeah, and just 3/4 of a cup to, well, a cup and a half of rice. And then Grog may want 2 pieces of chicken. Do you want 2 pieces of chicken, honey? Okay. And I'm just going to give you 3 of these to start. 4 of these to start. Because they're pretty filling. It's kind of a brown plate. Should have saved the cilantro to be able to throw something green on the top. But I threw it out. I know what I can do. I can pretend. It's just, we can pretend that we had cilantro all along. Little extra parsley never hurt anything. Oh my gosh, Grog is very excited. Food, 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 food. Oh look, Chester got a hold of Grog's account. Got up on the chair when I wasn't looking. Yeah, no spicy food for Chester. Brigitte misses rice. Don't forget the chicken for Chester. Chester doesn't get this chicken. It's too spicy for dogs. Yes, it gives him bad intestinal vibes. Bork, bork. It's a me, Peruvian Chester. Oh my god. Turtle says he has that Latin fire coursing through his veins. Turtle! We don't have Peruvian Chester. We have American Chester. We 100% have American Chester. All right. Stereotypes. You guys are going to drive me to drink. Oh, wait, we didn't do grog with grog. Grog even had a plan for grog with grog, and we didn't do grog with grog, and now it's too late. Nobody redeem grog with grog. I'll just refund your points. Because it's too late. We got to end stream. I'm just going to start with one piece of chicken. I don't think I'm going to want more than that. Routing out says, I don't know how to tell you this, Leah, but your chat can trend a little weird at times. The problem is it's all inside jokes, right? It's all just like the... I mean, I don't know if you've heard the Peruvian Luigi thing. Look, Dr. Andy's going to come...
And you'll never go hungry again.
Thank you for gifting that sub to opting out, Brigitte. I appreciate it. Yes, I know it does, but there's context, and yes, you're missing it, but it's fine. Hang out here long enough and you'll have context. Do I need the Peruvian Luigi sound? I don't need the Peruvian Luigi song. Dr. Andy's gonna start streaming in like a minute, and in 5 minutes, we can make the Peruvian Luigi song sound happen. So let's just go raid Dr. Andy, and you'll understand half of today's chat, basically, that you missed because you don't understand Peruvian Luigi. There's nothing I can say. I can't explain it. I don't even know why it's funny, but everyone finds it really funny. I just have a different sense of humor, okay? Yeah, I know my chat can trend a little weird. It's fine. I've made my peace with it, kind of. I mean, if it's fair, right? Like, I think my superpower is that, like, I look like a normal person, but actually, I'm pretty heckin' weird. Has anybody ever noticed this? Okay, Turtle says, but what if in a free lab Haskin accident, American Chester got bitten by a radioactive Peruvian chicken? It would be fine because parsley doesn't have teeth, Bird Turtle. You keep saying Peruvian Luigi, and I'm so lost and slightly scared. Like I said, Alpine, you know where we're going. You know how to find out about Peruvian Luigi. I told you where to find it. We just have to go see Doc. My superpower is that I look like a normal person. I mean, but where's the lie, though? Where's the lie? Honestly. Okay, I have my own plantains here. Mm-hmm. Why the hell don't I make these like every day? They're so good. I love them so much. Okay. Right. But we have here a thing to take a picture of. I'm trying to be better about taking pictures for social media because if I don't take pictures for social media, then I don't have pictures for social media, and that becomes a problem for me later in the week. All right, I did the thing, and now we're going to ring the dinner bell because dinner is ready. If I can find the little stick that rings the dinner bell. I'm going to have to ring the dinner bell with my head. Here it is. I found it. Dinner is served. I'm going to bring this to Grog, and then I'm going to come back and taste it. And then I would say I think we're going to go find someone to raid, but I think I know who we're going to raid because we've been talking about Peruvian Luigi all night, and that can't continue to exist without context. Brigitte added it as a quote. Amazing. Grog says, my superpowers, I can create a D&D character in 15 minutes. Level 1, no, level 3. Yeah, Grog won Dungeons and Dragons, and it was advanced. It's another reference to a thing that happens in Dr. Andy's chat. Made the green sauce. Did I put the green sauce on the chicken? No, I didn't. Girl, you should come in here and get green sauce for your chicken.
Stick with me, and you'll never go hungry again!
Corey, thank you for the resubscription. Wait, what?
I'll have what she's having.
It's a hype train. Oh my goodness, you guys. Thank you. Oh, that's way better. Good? Or more?
No, good.
Okay. And Geek, thank you for the bits. I appreciate it. You guys kicked off a hype train. You're so heckin' lovely. And look, the lights work. Woohoo. And we didn't get any weird alerts today because I turned the rest of them off. Look how smart I am. Corey, hi, how are you? It's good to see you. I hope you are home safe and sound and not out in the cold. I'm awake, I swear. Yeah, you are. You're typing and everything. I mean, unless that's like Millie. Does Millie type? I know the other cats type. Thank you for the Corgo biddy. We're at 68% of level 1. We're at level 0. Yeah, but it's still a hype train. It still makes the lights go. It's cool. It's fun. Some random geek says, I'm not sure if I'm awake. Well, that's fair. That's super heckin' fair. Consciousness is optional. This is good, you guys. This is really good. I would make the chicken again. Obviously, I've made the rice a bunch of times. I've made tostones a bunch of times, and actually, they turned out good. I don't have any issues with this method. I thought I would, but it's delicious. Believe it or not, I might have liked the actually kind of super crispy one a little better, but still really good. And now we're singing Bohemian Rhapsody in chat. Is this real life or is it fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Okay, that's as far as I'm going. Because holy heck, you guys, Freddie Mercury, I am not. I do not have that kind of range. Dirtle says, I'm surprised it turned out well, even though you replaced all the shrimp with chicken. I know, me too, Dirtle. But as it turns out, basic cooking knowledge helps. Had you considered bourbon? Did the landslide bring you down? That's a completely different song. And honestly, I have no more access to Stevie Nicks range that I do to Freddie Mercury's. Okay, I'm not gonna try to eat this because it's delicious, but I'm afraid I'm gonna get orange stuff on my mic. This is what people mean when they say my chat is weird, you guys. All right. We have eaten food. We made Peruvian chicken with green sauce and tostones and it's kind of yellow rice. It's not as yellow as it anyway, whatever. Saison rice, which is all delicious, and I'm very pleased with my meal. I'm going to sit down and eat it here in a minute. In the meantime, Opting Out says it's okay. I'm perfectly normal and will balance them out. Yes, perfectly normal, and we'll balance them out. Yes, there we go. That's the correct answer for that. Turtles is people who say your chat is weird are just outing themselves. No, I think it was said. I think it was said with affection. Corey says I'm having the Bones Cheetos mac and cheese. Some random geek says I'm just spicy, and we love you for it. We love you for it. And actually, you know what? I'm not just saying that. Like I actually enjoy the ways in which you are neurospicy. So yeah, there we go. Okay, so Durdles is okay. They're outing themselves with affection then. That's cool too. Great. Corey says it's okay to be a vanilla. Just at least add a little sprinkles now and again. Speaking of sprinkles, one of the things that's on my list, and we'll talk about this Thursday, as I said, which gives me the perfect segue to talk about next stream and stuff. Which is to say, sprinkles. I have a goal to use up at least 3 bags of sprinkles because I have so many sprinkles, you guys. I have so many sprinkles. They're like stashed in random places. So many sprinkles. So we're going to have a lot of sprinkles this year. I got to use up 3 bags. I wrote it down. Thank you for the hype train, you guys. I appreciate it. Look, the lights went out. I win. I'm going to be so excited about that for such a long time. Brigitte wants to know what opting out's unicorn name is. So we need to know a name and a birth month for opting out, and I don't care if they're correct. You can give us anything you want. We don't require them to be on your birth certificate. I wouldn't be able to prove it if I were. Greek says vanilla is a spice in and of itself. It isn't just bland, but I'm not opposed to more sprinkles. I actually agree with that. Vanilla is a good flavor. Norman, normal. No. Opting out has to answer this question. You guys are just trying to keep me here. I literally have 4 minutes. I cannot snooze my thing again. So I have to read out. Dave and July. Okay. Oh, right. So according to the Lisa Frank unicorn slice and bake cookie box that I bought in post Easter of 2021. The longer we get away from this, the funnier that gets, isn't it? Anyway, so Dave, who was born in July's unicorn name is Neon Fairy. Neon Fairy. That's a good unicorn name. I dig it. But if you don't, you can always change your name or your birth month. It's fine. Yes, authoritative source, precisely. Just as authoritative as Wikipedia, apparently. Right, okay. So Thursday, come back here. We're going to look through all of my sprinkles. We'll have a sprinkle show and tell. Or a sprinkle fashion show. Whatever your preference is. We'll look at all the sprinkles. All of them. And you will see how many sprinkles I have. Which is honestly terrifying. But fine, whatever. We're going to do it for the content. Content, the way my friend the Goog says. And then Friday, we're going to play Hades. Yay! Let's play Hades. Okay, so this is good. As for, oh no. Pre-roll ads are on. Well, that's okay. We're rating out anyway. Something is happening behind the scenes. I'm very confused. I'm not touching anything. Oh my God. Okay. Corey says the good and proper science source of Lisa Frank. I know I need to raid. There, shout out to all the mods. They're also amazing. Thanks to everyone for hanging out. Let's go. Yeah. Okay. Right. So, okay. So, Friday, Hades. Thank you to all of my mods. Yes, in fact, I am going to do all of my shout outs because I love to. To Grog for dealing with the dishes. Thank you, my darling. To Des Dabbles, who is continued to be on a little bit of an impromptu break as a result of needing to be not sick. And I'm sure we'll return shortly with God of War Ragnarok and Dark Souls Remastered. So follow Des. Byron Mask, who, even though I give a hard time, you should still follow because she's really funny. And when she streams, which is sort of intermittent right now, she is delightful and really fun to be with. And I think everyone here would enjoy hanging out there. Last but not least, Dr. Andy 23, who we are going to heckin' raid right now. After I put one last link in the chat. I have, in fact, been posting routinely to Instagram and Threads. Go me. We also have a Discord where I post the recipes for each stream. Those are also on the website, and you can do command recipe anytime in the chat if you want to, get those without joining the Discord. There are other ways, but if you want to be able to just search and find them, I do post in the Discord. In addition to all manner of other shenanigans, like playing Fortnite at all hours. Right. So let's go ahead and set up this raid. Raid. Dr. Andy 23. And he should be out of his intro and everything. This is amazing. Look at the timing. Cool. This is in fact a mature age channel. If that's not your jam, I totally understand. But if you are able and available and would like to, I invite you to copy one of those raid messages that you see there that Grog has put in the stream, and head on over and say hello to Dr. Andy23, who's one of my dearest friends, a delightful streamer. I'm not entirely sure what they're doing this week. I know it's not Sonic High School, and thank goodness for that. No, it was very fun. We did it. He did a special broadcast last week, and it was amusing. But it's not going to be that. It's going to be something else. Kathy Rain tonight. Okay, we're back to Kathy Rain. All right, cool. Oh, and also, if you know what if you want to find out what the heck we're talking about as regards Peruvian Luigi, you have to come along there to find that out. So, all right, guys, that's it for me. I'm gonna sit down and eat my dinner and enjoy my friends. And I hope you are able to do the same wherever you are, regardless of the time of day. Dinner has no constraints. We're not bounded by such things. Okay, I'm gonna attempt to be normal for like 5 seconds. Have a great night, you guys. Have a great week if I don't see you. And I hope the rest of your night is lovely. There we go. Amazing. Look at me being normal. Thanks, guys. Good night.